Hello, welcome to Build Up to a Good Game. We're now ready from kick-off at Old Trafford as it's Manchester United against West Ham United. Gonzo doesn't know the team, so this is going to be fun. And I'm going to change a habit of a lifetime. We've been doing YouTube for 10 years. We've been doing the build-up show for, I don't know, five years maybe. I don't think I've ever done this. Well, I probably have once or twice, but this is the biggest I'm doing it now kind of thing. Anyway, the West Ham team is as follows. In goal is Alphonse Areola, with a back three of Vladimir Sufal, Jean-Claire Todibo, and Max Kilman. Right wing back is Aaron Creswell. No, sorry, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Left wing back is Aaron Creswell. In midfield, we've got James Ward-Prowse, Thomas Souček, and Guido Rodriguez. And up front, we've got Jared Bowen and Mohamed Kudus.
He's gone mad. Only because the chat here, I know you're not joking. Only because of the chat. And only because my phone, while I've been trying to get set up to do the video, my phone has been buzzing. So I knew something was going on. I don't understand what the point is. I don't get it. I don't understand what the point is of this. Why is he doing that? It feels like he's throwing the game. Why is he giving Gay? What? This is the complete opposite of what he's supposed to be doing, which is getting a team prepared for next season. We want it different. We want to see Skulls. We want to see Guilherme. If he's going to keep Fulkrug, we want to see Fulkrug. We need to see the players that are going to be here. Go on, read through them again.
So we've got Areola in goal.
He's staying.
It looks like a 3-5-2. So right. Back three is Sufal, Todibo, and Kilman.
One of those might be.
Then you've got Wan-Bissaka and Creswell.
Right, he's going.
You've got Rodriguez.
Going.
Ward-Prowse and Souček.
One of them going.
And then Kudus and Bowen.
One of them going. So I don't understand why he's playing 6 players that ain't going to be here next season. He's lost his... I'm sorry. I've been really, really trying... And I mean, trying really hard. You know, I don't rate this coach, right? I don't rate him. And I've been trying really hard because I know we're stuck with him to try and hope that things will get better next season when he gets his players. So because of that, I've sort of tried to get on the bandwagon that maybe, just maybe, he's building towards something in next season. But he has to win this game. I'm sorry, he is a knobhead for doing this, right? He really is. He has painted himself into a corner here. If he started Guilherme, if he started a whole load of players, as I say, Skulls, maybe drafted Orford in, maybe Andy Irving, certainly Bowen, certainly Kudus. If he played a team of players that was going to be here next season, and he had 3 youngsters in there, 2 or 3 youngsters, I think he'd have pretty much got away with one if he lost. He is this for all his perceived wisdom, for all of his perceived wisdom. And what he's meant to know and understanding and psychology and know how people work, building trust with the West Ham fans. He has painted a massive target on his back by doing this. And that's, well, I'm not even reading the chat yet. I had a little glance when you announced the team. But it won't just be me saying that. It's almost like he's seen the outcry from the media. He's seen the criticism, not just from West Ham media. I'm not just talking about us. I'm not just talking about, West Ham channels and podcasts and whatnot. I'm talking like the mainstream media are asking questions about him, about his suitability to do the job. And it's like he said, come on then. Come on. He's gone Delia Smith. He's having a let's be having you. I think he's gone mad. He's absolutely gone mad. Skip the game. I want to see the press conference afterwards. This is why I just don't understand it. I would totally understand. Sorry, I know I'm ranting. I would totally understand.
That's what the build-up show's for.
If at the last game of the season, against Ipswich or whatever, maybe even against Forest, last 20 minutes, bit of Sufal. I understand, a bit of Creswell, absolutely. Give him a send-off or something like that. But I just don't get it. Rodriguez, what is the point? There is no point. We don't want him. He's overpriced, overpaid, in the wrong bloody league. He doesn't want to be here. We don't want him here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is a nonsense. This is an absolute nonsense.
I'll go through the bench. I'm going to give my view in a minute. The bench for West Ham arguably makes it even worse. Lucas Fabianski is on the bench with Carlos Soler. Lucas Paqueta is on the bench, so it's not like he's unavailable today. He's available. Fulkrug's on the bench, also available. Mavropanos is on the bench with Guilherme. Edson Alvarez returns to the squad. He's on the bench with Emerson and Ferguson. So no Ollie Scholes, no Lewis Orford, Andy Irving, Danny Ings. If anyone fancies a bit of him, you're not getting Danny Ings today. But what I'm going to do now is read the Man United squad, because I think this makes it worse. In goal for Man United is Binder, so they've rotated the goalkeeper. They've got a back three of Mazraoui playing right centre back, Lenny Yoro playing centre back, and Luke Shaw playing left centre back. Left wing back, they've got a Mass. Right wing back, they've got a Mad, and then in midfield they've got Ugarte and Bruno Fernandes. In the two number 10 positions, they've got Mason Mount and Kobe Mainu, and up front they've got Rasmus Højlund. I'll whiz through the bench for anyone caring. This is the MUNWHU bench. Tom Heaton is on the bench with Dorgu. Fredrickson, who's a young centre-back, is on the bench with Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Casemiro is on there with Ericsson and Garnacho, and then Obi, who's their young striker. He's on the bench as well. And this is what makes it worse. MUNWHU have got a Europa League final. Man United played Bilbao less than 72 hours ago, and they go back to Bilbao in less than 2 weeks for Europa League final. Amorim's taking this game more serious than our manager. When I got sent the team, I just sat and I think I laughed about 3 minutes straight. I was actually laughing out loud to myself, just sat here like a weirdo, just sat here going, because I believed it, where it's from. I believe it because it's always right. So I knew it was the team, but just sat there going, there's no justification for this, right? And then I saw the MUNWHU team. We are playing Aaron Creswell up against Amad Diallo. We are putting Aaron Creswell, this man who's given 12 years to the football club. It's his, at best, his third last ever game for West Ham. Left wing back against Amad Diallo today. He's going to get roasted. He's away get absolutely battered down there. He shouldn't be playing. We've got Emerson and we've got Ollie Scholes there. Play one of those. You do not need to play Aaron Creswell. I think he's picked, bar Wan-Bissaka, the slowest team we can possibly field today. We've got Kilman in there, who's not the quickest. We've got Soufal in there. Then we've got Creswell. In midfield, we've got Ward-Prowse, Souček, and Guido Rodriguez. Fucking hell. Creswell is I feel sorry for these players. I haven't even started yet. I'm already wincing for Soufal. I'm already wincing for Aaron Creswell. And then the midfield three, I think, bloody hell, these guys are going to get slaughtered today. There's no justification for this team at all. Now, listen, we might be eating a massive humble pie and not even a slice of it, the entire fucking pie at full time, because we've gone there and won 1-0. Brilliant. But I'm hardly going to declare him a genius as such. I mean, there's a good point here. I should say this from Greg, which is Creswell could be in the back three with Soufal right wing back and Wan-Bissaka left wing back.
That's true. That's
true.
Makes sense, doesn't it? Yeah.
Okay, then. Well, Soufal's going to get roasted by a mass. But someone's struggling anyway. But there's no justification for this, because he can't. If you were to say to Potter, why are you playing Rodriguez today? There's nothing that can come out his mouth that's okay. He can't pretend he rates him because you've not played him all this time. So you don't rate him. You clearly don't want him. You don't rate him. And that's okay. So what are you playing him today? Oh, I want to try something new. Try Lewis Orford. Try Andy Irving. Alvarez is back. Put him in if you want to. There's no justification for Rodriguez starting this one. Next week, when we play Nottingham Forest, it's going to feel like a farewell match. It's going to feel like a friendly, a testimonial. I want Creswell to start that game, and I want Soufal to start that game. Do you know what? I want Fabianski to start it as well, and I hope they get their farewell. But that's next week in front of the home fans at the London Stadium, not today. Oh, my word. I don't know what he's doing.
He's gone full Sam Allardyce. He's gone full Sam Allardyce against Nottingham Forest, wasn't it? That's what he's done. That's what he's done here. There is no... He deserves, I've got to say, deserves everything he gets after this, because this is the complete opposite of what he should be doing. This is a complete opposite. As I say, it's almost like he's inviting criticism on him. I just don't understand it. He is very, very sensitive about any criticism of him. I just don't understand why he's doing this at all. Do you know what? And if it turns out we win and we are eating humble pie, then in that video that we do later, we will say, well, I've got to say, when I saw that lineup, I was absolutely fuming. You know, goodness, didn't I get it wrong? But we can't assume that we're going to win after seeing that team. How's a team meant to take him seriously in the lineup? And as somebody just said, sorry, that the chat's going quickly, and I totally understand. Everyone's annoyed, right? The traveling fans. I mean, that is not. I was on the M1 the other day. That is not. It is a horrible old journey at the moment. It's a horrible old journey at the best of times. That is not that. You've got a duty about building trust with the fans. What's he talking about? Give the fans something to get behind, to build some trust in the team. He owes them a refund. Honestly.
As Kyle points out, starting is Prowse, Rodriguez, and Souček, and on the bench is Soler, Paqueta, and Alvarez. Even if we do win, though, there's an element of me that's going to think, yeah, but there's Soufal and Cresswell are still they're not here next season. It's confirmed. They've announced it. They're not here next season. So even if we win, what do you really learn from this game? Not very much. What you learn is that MUNWHU didn't really turn up because they got Europa League final, and Bowen's a good player, which we already knew. It's bonkers. I just don't get why he's done it. I really don't get why he's done it. And I'll just say to Malcolm, this is right. Patreon people, you can delete your previous prediction and put in a new one. And he's not even taking the piss because at the start of the video I said there's something I'm going to do today which I don't normally do, which is change my score prediction. I usually stick with it. Oh, I'm absolutely changing it today. I think we're going to lose and lose comfortably. Just a horrible lineup from Graham Potter. But honestly, if you're a patron, it's important you delete your previous prediction before you put your new one in. Don't enter or anything like that. Right then, I just want to quickly whiz through the super chats and say a massive thank you to Hammer from Devon. Thank you very much for a £2 super chat. So it couldn't have been any worse if tried. Be careful. There's always room for Danny Ings somewhere. Gary saying, just seen your team. Going to go out and enjoy the sunshine. This guy's not making it easy to like him. Feel bad for the fans going, oh, hey, Gonzo.
Don't blame me. Enjoy the sunshine.
Clap says, greetings from Gonzo Island.
Yeah, something I mentioned in a video. No Paqueta Island. I said it's Paqueta Island, no Gonzo Island, but apparently there is. There you go.
And thank you to Game Riot for the £5 super chat as well. Said, if MUNWHU turn up, this scoreline could get ugly real quick. The thing is with MUNWHU at the minute, they've got the feel-good factor at the moment. It's been a miserable season for them, but they've just battered Bilbao away, qualified for the Europa League, and they'll be looking at that 11. I don't know what MUNWHU fans are saying. I bet they're pretty excited to see Amad Diallo starting, Menu started, Mount got his 2 goals on Thursday, Bruno's in central midfield, I assume. Just...
Yeah, midfield's gonna be a problem. I know Menu has maybe not had the kickstart to his season this year that maybe he'd have thought, but there's more than enough mobility in that midfield to embarrass us. Actually, I mean it's all over the pitch, though, isn't it? It's all that's more than a competent back three that they got there. I've seen Shaw play at left centre back before. He does a perfectly serviceable job there. The young lad from France looks just exceptional, doesn't he? And Managerial, he's very. You know, he's a competent player who can play in a number of positions. So, but what? Not that they're going to have to do much defending. That's the other thing. Is very much given the instruction. It's not just that he. I know people are saying he stuck 2 fingers up. I don't know what he's doing, but a byproduct of whatever he's doing is he is given an incentive to Manchester United to attack us. That's the thing. And they haven't even got to be that tactically shrewd about it. I mean, this is going to be, it will, unless there's some cunning plan, which I've not seen. I'm not sure why he would reveal his cunning plan now with a load of players that don't suit whatever said cunning plan is, right? But if he has, I've said this before, if he's holding something back for next season, he's deciding to reveal it now. Then
maybe to get sacked. Maybe his cunning plan is to get sacked.
I'd be very, very, well, I've got to say, I would love a penny. Well, he would have got it last night. Sullivan would have got this team last night. That's how it works.
But you assume so. Maybe he doesn't communicate.
Well, that's certainly how David Moyes used to do it. David Moyes used to email him the night before, and he'd get the. So I assume that's how Lopetegui does it. I would that would be interesting. I'll tell you something though. I wasn't overly asked for the game today. Truth be known, I just thought it felt like the end of the season. It doesn't feel like the end of the season anymore. Now that I'll tell you what, this has perked me up. I don't know about fruity, but something's stirring. I'll tell you that. Spicy.
It's made it a bit spicy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just quickly before I speak about it, my thoughts. Scott's saying he doesn't come on here much, so you have to pay to get your comment read out.
No, you don't.
You can tell Scott doesn't come on here much. Yeah. Right, we will continue as always. I'm going to give my thoughts in a second, and we'll do the admin, and then we'll turn to the live chat for only those that pay.
And Northie must be triggered. He's wearing to go. I can see him in the green room or the purple room looking at it. But yeah.
It is almost like Potter is almost like, well, I've gone 8 without a win. Surely I get my payoff here because there's no fucking money to spend in the summer. And then he thinks, right, okay, they're still keeping me. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all these skulls and boot them out of the squad completely. They really like their young players coming through the academy at West Ham, so I'm going to get rid of the academy player. Fucking hell, I'm still here. Then it comes out, the board back, Potter, he's thinking, Jesus, fucking hell.
He can't get sacked.
I'm not winning any games. I've kicked the academy players out, and they're still backing me. So fuck it, right? That's it. I'm gonna get behind Guido Rodriguez and the players that they're releasing as well. Gary's dad is a Man U fan. At the game, he's just texted him, lolling. Yeah, to be fair, I think we all are, Gary.
It's a bit like Frankie said in the video the other day. He could. I mean, I know it was about Tottenham and all the rest of it, but people are. We are getting. It's banter. It's sports banter. It's fine, but you'd rather not be the basically next worst team in the Premier League out of the relegation ones. And we are getting laughed at now. We absolutely are getting laughed at.
You're either. I think when you see the team, you're either angry or you just laugh. I think you're a bit pissed off, whereas I just think it's really funny.
But I was grumpy. I've had 15 minutes trying. I'm not great with technology. When it doesn't work, I'm like the Incredible Hulk, honestly. So maybe I was a bit grumpy anyway. But I still would not have been happy at that. I'm just being honest.
Right, live chat. Time for a bet for those new around here, like Scott. What we're going to do now is we're going to put a little bet on, and if it wins, we'll give one of you guys the winnings. We'll tell you how to enter in just a second. What do you fancy for the bet today, Gonzo?
Well, Manchester United going to win, obviously. It's just no one's winning any money if we go West Ham win, and if West Ham do win, then absolutely brilliant. And I'm sorry you've not won any money.
Player shots on target. Anyone to score? What you fancying? I think Kobe Mainoo will be a good. 75 for shot on target. I'd like to put him in because I think they think he'll be playing central midfield with Ugarte. I think he'll be in the number 10 with Mason Mount. Personally,
okay, yeah. Well, he's another one that'll have a shot, Mason Mount.
Well, let's put Mason Mount in. We're going to need something else. Rodriguez to get booked, maybe.
Yeah, it seems like a good shout.
Rodriguez to be the slowest player on the pitch. Coming back that. Right, that'll do. I've got a power up. I'll use it. Let's use that. £125. Right. If this bet wins, one of you guys watching right now will win 125 quid. Probably not Scott, though. Right. We need the following 4 things to happen. Man United to win the match. Kobe Mainoo and Mason Mount both have a shot on target. And Guido Rodriguez to pick up a card. To enter in the live chat, please put the following phrase.
I think this works. It might not, but right anyway. I'm a mad at the lineup.
I'm a mad at the lineup. Someone called that.
Did they?
Someone said you were going to put that as...
they've been watching a long time and they know me very well. So well done.
Scott, thank you for taking it in the right humour. Some people can get a bit easily offended, but we like to take the piss out of our subscribers now and again. And there you go. Mikey's got it. I'm a mad at the lineup. And more people are paid to get the comments read out. So thank you to Dad's Our Job podcast. Adam.
I think that's Adam.
It is Adam, yeah. Said, get some M&S bickies. We hit 100 subscribers last night. So congratulations to those. If you fancy, Adam's obviously a West Ham fan. So if you fancy subscribing to their channel, there you go. Put that into the YouTube search bar, Dad's Our Job podcast, and get subscribed. And Brian, thank you very much for $5 super chat. So here you go, Scott. Right, I'll tell you what.
That's funny. Yeah.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do something different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we'll do the rest of our admin. I'm going to get him in, Northie. Let's
Yeah.
get him in. He's been sat there, so I can only assume he's got something to say. So Northie,
has he paid to say something? That's what I want to know.
He hasn't paid yet.
Can I tap?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, Northie, the floor and stage is yours. Let's put you in the middle of the sandwich. There you go.
Oh,
take it away.
Well, same as you. I was watching your end, Gonzo, and it's weird. Like Potter's had a whole pre-season. Like we always said, he's got the longest pre-season, and he has messed up an entire pre-season by not bringing in youngsters. He's just fielding the same old crap, defensive football, and it's not even like the Moyes boring football. This is boring football where we don't even win anything. Like I don't know what he's doing here. You look at this team. It's two teams that do not care about the league. It's just like they all want it to be over, and that's what I think the managers have set these teams out to do. I don't understand this. And I don't know what we're going to get today, but it's not going to be exciting. It's not going to be pretty, but it's Potter football, it seems.
It could be a good watch along, I think.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're going to be all happy and bright. It's been painful, like to join it this season when this football we've had to watch. Really trying to come up with something positive in the comments, and I think we don't want to turn into the Arsenal fan TV where everyone's just going mental at each other, but it's hard not to when you see teams and lineups like this.
I've got to say, it's like that hold my beer thing, and I'm now remembering a comment after last week, and somebody said this team couldn't get any older and slower, and Potter said, "Hold my beer."
What?
I mean, why Rodriguez? Well, what is the point? Why put him in that midfield? Like it's walking football. That's what we're turning into. It's ridiculous.
Anyway, right, Northie, I'm going to drop you out for the next 10 minutes while we do our admin and chat to the live chat. But Northie will be back on your screens in just a minute. And Fortune Down Under TV, this made me smile. Said the live chat is going quicker than our midfield will today.
It's true. I think it was Scott earlier who said his reply. We replied to quicker than the midfield today, I think.
And Jan called the phrase. They did. I seen it saying that you would say.
I don't doubt it for a second. You did indeed read my mind.
It was very similar anyway. Right, this video is sponsored by Match Bingo. I know you're thinking, leave it out, Gio. We're too angry for a bit of this. But if it wasn't for Match Bingo, we wouldn't be doing our build-up show that you're watching now, and then the watch along. The Match Bingo. Can't even do this seriously, Gonzo. He's triggered me. Potter has triggered me.
Well, you might get a good card, which is basically Manchester United to have shots and Manchester United to have throw-ins and things like that. So still play it. You can still win. Yeah. Match Bingo, your card's not going to be dictated just because Graham Potter's lost his mind.
Do you reckon that's how Potter's picked the team today? Just some sort of random fucking game. He's got Rod Stewart to do.
He might have asked ChatGPT.
Yeah, he's obviously done something. But anyway, I'd like to download Match Bingo. This is the worst promo ever, but hopefully one or two of you will download it off the back of it. Links in description below. If you sign up and you're a newbie, deposit £10, you get £10 free credit, £2 per game on today's game. £250 up for grabs. Best of luck to anyone playing, and congratulations to over 300 people have won thus far. Right, before we turn to the live chat, get your thoughts into the live chat. Though, ping it into the live chat. It could be, I was going to say, it could be about the Man U team, West Ham team, any hopes or fears. I know what it's going to be about. It's going to be about the West Ham team, but get your thoughts in. And while you do that, just want to remind everyone we have a raffle at the minute, which has 3 items. Only 2's on the website. We've got this one here, which is a signed Javid Bowen shirt. We've also got this program.
A signed Quizo Rodriguez Zimmer frame.
We've got the program from Prague signed by Javid Bowen as well. Tickets are £5, but if you buy 2 tickets, you will get a 3rd ticket free. The draw is next Sunday at 8 p.m. Links in description below. There will be a 3rd prize. But we'll say what it is. But we'll say what it is if it turns out.
We can say which one. Look, we're relying on the postman. We're relying on the postman. This is what we would like to put in. But if it doesn't arrive on time, then we'll be putting something else signed in.
Another program. Yeah. So it's going to be a signed Jared Bowen captain's armband, a Premier League captain's armband with the yellow-green trimming on it. You'll probably be wearing it today. Not that you will be getting the one he's wearing today. The replica.
Not the one from the Manchester United thrashing, no.
No, so it'll be a captain's armband signed by Jared Bowen. If that doesn't arrive in time before next Sunday, we will replace it with a second signed program. I've got more than one, so we'll just do two. So there will be 3 prizes. Anyway, there you go. Right, Gonzo, so we turn to the live chat and see what they're all saying. Does anything caught your eye?
It's just relentless. Yeah, just relentless. No, everything is catching my eye. They're brilliant, and everyone's had enough, mate. Everyone has had enough. Do you know what? The funny thing is, right? I don't know if there's a separate set of people that watch videos midweek, but you just it's like now everyone's really had enough, and then it's like sometimes you say something midweek, and you might criticize Potter, and you always get a few, you're being a bit too harsh, and calm down and all the rest of it. And I think the people on the live chat are probably are more aligned with how I'm thinking, really, Gio, and clearly how you're thinking as well, because you haven't told us. Why don't you break the habit of lifetime? What are you switching your score to now? I know you want to leave it till later, but go on.
A 3-0 defeat. I think we'll get overrun down the sides. I think we'll get overrun down the middle, and that's usually a bad combination. I think we'll be able. The thing is, we are going to be a bit direct today, a bit more counter-attacking, try and get the ball to Bowen and Kudus, which is all very well. But the problem is, by the time they get the ball, it's up to the midfield to get up the pitch and support them. They won't get there; they're too slow. I think Souček will be almost like a number 10 today. I think he will be quite advanced, but I don't want to see this long ball stuff and try and hit Souček on the head to flick down to Kudus or Bowen or anything like that. This is take the badge out of it. This is a team that's literally, what are we, 17? So they're 15th in the league. They're shit. They are shit. It's just that we are shitter. And we could have been a little less shit today by putting out the right team. But he's put out what I suspect is going to be the wrong team. So we're going to be even shitter than we were when we started this game. And we started this game shit.
I've got to say, this is the other thing. Somebody said, if I could find it, it's up to the. Sorry, I'm just trying to find it. It's just so moving. It's basic. It's over to, there you go. Yeah, Juicy P. It's over to the fans in the ground to tell them what we think about the lineup, which is very, very true, right? But here's the other thing. How on earth, because you've got a duty not only to build for next season, you're right, and that's ideally what we want to see. But you also have a duty for the people that are paying for these tickets, right?
Yeah.
You also have a duty to try and sell season tickets for next season, which are doing pretty crap by all accounts. And you've also got to just get people into the ground. How on earth are we meant to approach the final 2 games against Forest and Ipswich with any kind of hope or even excitement? Forget hope. How are we supposed to? How do you expect us to spend money when you're going to put that out? Because it just doesn't. It doesn't fit. As I say, for a man that seems to have an understanding of all things football, he certainly hasn't got an understanding of the commercial side of football, and he's going to want money. He wants to improve his squad, and I'm sorry, but his tactics have done nothing. And I am sorry because I wish it hadn't been the case. It's not worked. He's gone tight at the back. He's like, I'm going to fix a defence. Yeah, technically you have fixed a defence, but it's yielded less points than the bloke before who had the broken defence. Quite frankly, I'd prefer the broken defence because we you know what? We might have finished 13th, 14th that way. It's going to cost him however many millions that might be, 9 million, 12 million, whatever it might be. He seems to have no idea of this sort of stuff. It's like he's operating within a bubble. You cannot. This is why. This is the difference. He's too much. It's too much for him. He's manager. He should have just been head coach. He's not equipped to do all this other stuff. I'm not even entirely sure he's good enough to just coach the team.
Yeah, but he's not even doing the managerial aspect yet. That still has come. He's just in the head coach part at the minute.
Which is. Let's be fair. We've gone pretty much a quarter of a season under him without a win. A quarter of a season. Not a new. Oh, new West Ham coach, Graham Potter. Oh, no, okay, yeah, maybe not.
Right, let's see what they say in the live chat. Luke says, the last time I hated a season as much as this was when Amorim Grant was here. Mark suspects Potter's maybe playing them to get a better price. Well, the only problem is Soufal and Creswell are leaving on a free, regardless of whether they play well or not. Lord saying, why the fuck don't we use Irving? For fuck's sake, what the fuck is wrong with Potter? He didn't actually use a third. Fuck, I added that in. I misread it. Lebowski says, I've got a funny feeling Potter winning today. Looking at how everyone is so against the lineup, it does happen often. Jeff says, got a feeling Rodriguez will take his time leaving West Ham. It'll take him half an hour to walk out of the room. Chris has decided to go to the local dog park and offer to pick up dog shit for other people. I've had him watching the game. Speaking of shit, this game has been titled by fans with tongue-in-cheek, has been titled El Crapio. I think Potter's misunderstood and thought, oh, that means you've got to put out the crappiest team you can.
I really like it. I thought that the first time I saw it, and someone had done a graphic. I think I saw it on West Ham Central or something. It was something, and it was because I always get told if I did it El Sacchio, and people say, no, you freaking idiot, it's El Sacchico. And I was made up anyway. But so I think it's El Crapico. I think was what I just right. So don't get it wrong. But it was so funny. It was a really funny graphic, and someone had done it on AI. It was very good.
Phil says, I don't have any jokes today. Even Gonzo's biggest super fan has had enough. Major said, told my boy change his shirt. Don't want him wearing a West Ham shirt.
They're going out.
Ollie Scar's got told to change his shirt by Potter. He doesn't want him wearing a West Ham one on the pitch. Ryan saying, this lineup has killed all faith I had for next season, as this shows him he doesn't know what he's doing. Alex saying, we've been awful in the league for 4 years now. The regression is off the scale. We get the owner we deserve, and unfortunately, the apathy means Sullivan will forever remain. Hammer 99 saying that MUNWHU midfield runs all over ours. It's terrifying. What's your favourite type of potato?
Whoa, that's a tough. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you. Sorry, who said that? Hammer 9. Sorry, let me move this so I can see the thing. I made some, because I'm on a diet. I tried to make some homemade chips in the air fryer the other day with just an olive oil. I've got an olive oil spray. I thought I'm going to do that. I used a baking potato. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. Do not use a baking potato for homemade air fryer chips. I know that much about potatoes. Quite like new potatoes, the Jersey ones. They're quite nice, but yeah.
Joan says, straight through our midfield, like a knife through butter. Lots of crosses with Souček scoring.
That's a knife through Benacol, please, Joan, if you don't mind at the moment.
Corky saying, can't understand why Jared is playing on the left. Unless they're going to interchange, he should start with a striker. I don't think he is playing on the left.
I'll tell you what, a penny for Fulkrug's thoughts. He starts giving it all the large ones. And I wouldn't have joined here at 32 years of age. I'm here to stay. I'm committed to West Ham and all the rest of it. Yeah, I'm behind Mr. Potter. Oh, by the way, Nicholas, you dropped.
Yeah, he's gonna. I hope we get an interview from him after the game, even if he doesn't come on the pitch. Nick saying, just got back from a lovely lunch, couple of drinks, made sure to be back for the football.
What did you eat for lunch? Go tell us in a bit, please.
Chips from a baked potato. Some twat tried to serve it to him from his air fryer and said, trust me, they're really good.
Window, the kitchen window open, they're all lining up in the street.
Jake says, that midfield is going to get overrun. Bowen's going to be bullied and anonymous and will defend deeper than a deep sea oil rig. If Potter believes this is a good idea, he's a footballing idiot. Can't disagree too much.
I mean, he can have the last laugh here. If he gets it, but I would honestly, if we get tactical genius in this, I mean, oh, Graham, you sneaky, what's it? You have been hiding this genius stuff from us. Yeah, there we go.
Allied Iron said 5 defenders, no striker, playing players that have been told they're leaving, no youngsters, no Paqueta. Potter is 4 stars.
It's a good summary.
Yeah, but they've given Potter 4 stars.
Yeah.
Tom saying doesn't matter if he wins, he's a weirdo. Playing players we know are leaving and ultra defensive against a poor MUNWHU. Worst manager.
By the way, I know someone, it's sort of gone quickly. Someone was talking about Moyes. We used to hammer Moyes, and he was nowhere near as bad as this. He would go to Old Trafford, but he wouldn't do this. He'd park the bus, but he wouldn't not play some of his best players. He wouldn't do that. It's madness.
Connor saying the picture of Fulkrug in pre-match warm-up, he's sitting on the ball looking furious.
I bet he is. This is the thing. He doesn't seem to understand that either, Potter. As I say, for a wise man, he shows precious little wisdom. They're going to be on the phone to their agents.
Hang on a second here. What we need to do, let me just set my screen up. I'm taking a screenshot of this. Right, Gonzo, if you care to smile. There we go. I've got a screenshot of that.
Hold on, he didn't say us. I thought he meant the logo. Let's be fair. Let's not hold him.
Yeah. No.
I don't want my face on anyone's arse.
No. You've already done that before. There will not be another person with your face. That's right. I've taken a screenshot as evidence. He said it so that in future we can hold Fortune's hiding down under.
I thought you meant they were trying to take a graphic of our face and there'd be
no.
You and me on his arse. Would you think we'd get separate cheeks? If he did, because I don't want to be squeezed up on the same cheek with you, my friends.
Well, maybe he's going to have me on one cheek, you on the other cheek, and Potter in the middle. Don't need to get that tattooed.
Like and like they could do, like the bit that would be Potter going, oh. Rectal Potter.
I want to see.
You don't want to see that. That's not what you want to see.
No, this comment. The comment. I thought, as I hadn't paid, you would have seen it.
Very good. Very good.
Someone said a nice comment. Where is it? Someone said, I don't know what he said. I'm trying to find him to credit him. Pablo's asking Soufal's leaving. He is. It's been confirmed by the club. He's off. Here we go. Doghouse. This has brought humour back to the fan base because it was left with nothing else. I always think we do that on this channel and the build-up show and stuff when things are a bit
Everyone's
crap.
made me feel better. I was furious. Now I'm laughing.
I was laughing, and I started to get a bit wound up during the build-up show. Actually,
right.
I've gone back.
Now you're back again.
A bit of both. I think once the game kicks off, I think I'm going to go back into neutral. And if we start playing crap and getting beaten, embarrassed, I'll start to get angry. It will wind me up, I think. This morning, I didn't care for today's game. I wasn't that bothered at all. But actually, like you said, it's made it a little bit spicy.
Yes.
It's a crazy lineup. I still don't know what he's doing. Even if he goes 3-5-2 and he goes, right, we're going to do the formation of 3-5-2, fine. Well, where's Paqueta? Why is he not playing? But it's just...
If it had just have been that, then you would understand it. You know what? I'm taking Paqueta out because he was upset. We'll see how he is, and we might introduce him. I'm playing Soler instead. But aside from that, I'm going to play my best team. You would understand it, but that's not. This is the moment he starts doing... basically, I'm going to announce that loads of players are leaving, and then I'm going to play him on. By the way, that other one that can't get anywhere near the team, I'm going to play him in midfield as well, and I'm going to ditch the striker who's done an interview this week giving positive messaging, saying he's going to stay at West Ham and all the rest of it. I mean, what bloody honestly, what management course did this bloke go on?
I don't know. I'm trying to find a picture of Foot Crew. Connor, can you email it to us if you can see it? I mean, I appreciate it might have been like a clip and you've not seen it, but you have got it because I'd almost like to see it really. And Jay Paqueta is on the bench. Yeah, he's on there today. Scott's saying he needs to be asked some serious questions at the end. Why is he playing certain players that are off? Where are the youngsters? Are you a complete bell end? Stuff like that.
I've it's gone because it's moving so quickly to chat. Somebody had said that on he's a brave man, ex-West Ham United employee here. He's ex-West Ham United employee has got an explanation for the lineup, which he's going to reveal on Monday. You don't want to be the messenger of that message, whatever it is. I mean, that can, I'm interested to hear it. Quite frankly, that's
yeah, but the thing is, though, it creates like suspicion. You now know there's a reason, and given the Athletic did an article saying he's been fighting and whatever, it's hard not to assume that maybe that's the reason. But God knows, right? Connor's sent it. Let me go have a little gander.
Yeah, I mean, there is no, for me, there is no excuse. Even though I haven't heard whatever the excuse is, we're going to hear it on Monday, obviously. But for me, there is no excuse for this. No excuse. I am, I'm fuming with this. And even if not, play some of the youngsters. I just, as I say, let's give them a wave off. Let's give Soufal and Cresswell a wave off. Let's send them off. Soufal and Cresswell should have had a testimonial. All of that stuff. But don't play them at Old Trafford
not
2
away from
days after
home.
you've announced that they're leaving and they have no future at the club. I've got no future at the club. I'm going to put them in the team.
Yeah.
And the person that says he's got a future in the club, I'm going to take him out of the team. Honestly.
Anyway, here's Fulkrug. Doesn't even look like Fulkrug.
He's listening to the build-up show.
It doesn't even look like Fulkrug. Why is his chin so pointy? I think he's got a really long chin. That's not Fulkrug.
I don't know.
I trust Connor, but he looks a bit.
Look at the top. There's a lightsaber at the top of the pitch.
I don't know.
So you've got to be careful. Have someone's eye out with that.
Fulkrug don't have that much hair.
Hold on a second. Steady on. That's controversial. I think he's got an. I've not looked at him. Thought he's missing hair.
It's not. I don't think it's. People are saying it is him. It probably is.
So is it?
I don't know.
That's going to be about how mobile our midfield is anyway. It's quite fitting. He's next to the centre circle.
But I assume Connor, you'd have to explain. I trust you that it is Fulkrug. It doesn't look like it. But it's not just me that thinks it. Everyone's now arguing whether it's Fulkrug. People are saying it's Jamie Vardy. It does look like Jack Collison. It does look a bit like Jack Collison, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, it'd probably improve midfield a bit, to be fair.
Yeah. Right then, 1 or 2 more comments and we're going to disappear. Holloman saying, are we ready for 0-0? Although I think we'll win 2-1. Have you seen the team? Have you just joined?
Yeah.
I'm not even taking the piss, Holloman. Have you just joined?
No. You think what you want. And I do understand. That it's so bad. I understand that the gallows humour. I understand the reverse psychology is so bad. He's getting so much criticism that he's going to get a win. I understand that. But obviously, I don't think it myself. I understand why some people are.
I wasn't taking the piss. I thought maybe he's just joined and he hasn't actually seen the team yet. And he's thinking, I think we might win 2-1 today.
I don't think he might be feeling. He might be feeling fruity. Might be the only one. He's the only one feeling fruity. You know, fair enough. He's got a bit of If he's feeling fruity now, he's going to have some floppy moments during the game, I fear.
Anyway, can we ask you a quick favour at home? Please do drop a like on the video if you're yet to do so by clicking the thumbs up. Gonzo, you said 3-1 in the preview. You sticking with 3-1?
Why not? Why not? I got it right last week. First one I got right in half a season. So I'm on a crest. I'm on a crest of a wave.
Yeah, I think I said 3-0. I'm going to stick with it. I'll stick with 3-0. Anyway, don't go anywhere because Nick and Northie are here to talk you through the action from Old Trafford. So let's add in Nick. Let's add in Northie. Let's remove Gonzo. I'm going to disappear as well. Take away, gents. Have fun.
Cheers, mate. So, Nick, are you excited by this lineup, or are you as horrified, shocked, appalled, or actually do you expect it?
Oh, crap. Sound settings.
Okay.
Sound settings.
Your sound's gone. Okay. Actually,
still with the sound settings.
While you're getting your sound, I'll let you do that sound. Actually, I was
okay. I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay. I was just going to say, are you shocked, surprised, or you kind of expect this crap lineup?
Definitely. Do I expect crap from West Ham? Yes.
Yes, we do.
Wasn't shocked or surprised. There's 2 things to take from Gio and Gonzo's build up there. One is that when someone said, "What's your favorite potato?" Mine is Sainsbury's Vivaldi jacket potatoes. So obviously, different supermarkets will do different things better. Sainsbury's, wherever they get these Vivaldi jacket potato from, they're fantastic. You could do them in the oven 1 hour, turn the oven off, leave them just to rest for 15, 20 minutes. You'll get a fluffy, delicious jacket potato. But also, is the only reason that X might reveal tomorrow, is it a weird shop window exercise that Potter's been forced into with Rodriguez to be like, well, if we never play him, but if we play him one time, maybe we'll get another 100K for him. I have no idea, but that's the only possible reason I can think.
But the problem is, you're putting someone who's absolutely dog shit in a window where, unless somebody wants to sign someone who's awful, it's not like you put him in a window and he's going to have a worldy display against.
No. Not at all.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
Yeah, there is nothing. But again, that's logic. Maybe our owners who do not appear to apply logic to things like football players, who they sign, who they don't,
Mm-hmm.
anything in their life. Maybe that's their stupid logic. So maybe they've just put the pressure on Potter to say, okay, in this game, you must do X, Y, Z. And if you're a good boy, then maybe we'll back you in the transfer window. So it's not logical, but it's just a reason. It's just a reason for the nonsense. There must be a nonsense reason for a nonsense action. And I think it's just shit in, shit out. Just crap all around.
Crap all around. I mean, the midfield we know is absolute toilet. We know that. And funny enough, I was just before this while you was having a dump beforehand. I was just looking at some of the players we've let go in midfield. So as a midfield three, would you prefer Rodriguez, Ward-Prowse, Soucek, or Connor Coventry, Fornells, and Ben Rama?
I mean, yeah, same. Keeping on the theme of just turds and feces, that's really just same shit, different day. You might get more effort out of Fornells. I think a good manager could maybe make your Coventry, Ben Rama, Fornells. I think a really motivational, respected manager could actually maybe get something from those three. I don't really think, because that's the side of Potter, which is why I'm always like, you know what, just give him the summer, is that I don't think anyone, Ancelotti, Marino, you name them, I don't think anyone gets anything from JWP, Soucek, and then one other. Is it Rodriguez? Is it Alvarez? Is it Paqueta? I don't think you can. And then even when you have that level of shitness in the midfield, no other manager could get something from Kudus, because all Kudus is going to do is tire himself out. As we saw, he actually had probably an 8 out of 10 game against Tottenham, the only one that did, Kudus, because he's chasing, he's harrying, he's picking up the ball, turning and going. He didn't do anything wrong, but he's surrounded by just crap, absolute crap. Then you can have Bowen probably doing the same thing today, which is making an effort here and there, but not really being part of a football team per se.
No. Okay, that midfield three didn't tempt you. I'm going to give you an alternative. Calvin Phillips, Vlasic, and Lanzini.
No, I think the level of comparison there is literally we're just comparing like someone's like worst 2 ex-girlfriends and saying, who would you rather get back with? And it's just a sea of hatred and
do you know, it's a tough one. Do you know, even like Calvin Phillips, Vlasic, and Lanzini, even then I would think I was not far off. I mean, it's not far off how bad this midfield three is. Do you know, again, it comes back to our scouting, doesn't it? You let those players go, you get new players in. I class Alvarez in this as well. I've never liked him, as you know. He's a liability as a player. We just can't buy players. We buy players that I don't know what they're doing in the teams before. If they're worldies in those teams, if they drag those teams up, but it's the attitude. It's not just the ability. For me, the attitude's not there. I'm going to take out Soucek. It's unfair on Soucek. I like Soucek. He's probably one of only 4 players in this team I would keep going into next season, and the others being Todibo, Bowen, and Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka's quality. I mean, again, Wan-Bissaka running out at Old Trafford must be thinking, Jesus, what have I swapped this for? When you look around, you're like, what the bloody hell have I done? My agent has stitched me up. It's just shocking. Like what we've got today, I just can't wait for this season to be over. The problem is we've been saying that since Feb, and that's the problem with West Ham this season.
Yeah, and there's 3 more torture games to go, which is just not bad. I mean, yeah, long term, like with what you were saying as well with the players, again, it's because the owners, of course, we could all just talk at length. We could write essays about how bad they are. They don't know that they're bad. They don't admit that they're bad. They can't see it. Maybe they don't have the full level of self-awareness developed in their brain, but they don't have long-term thinking. And they don't know that they don't have long-term thinking. They either don't know long-term thinking is good in business, or something escapes them where they can't factor in long-term thinking in their brains. So the decisions they make, which again is always someone else's fault. It's never we made a mistake with XYZ. It's never we've reviewed processes and we're changing them. And even if you look at the players we've signed, they would say, "Oh, well, that's not our fault. That's Tim Steidten." Yeah, but they put their full trust in Tim Steidten. That's the thing with their long-term thinking. They're getting someone new for a year. Okay, that's it. Yeah, he's the one. All the decisions go through him. Blah blah blah. A few months tick by, change of mind. And no, that's actually not it anymore. I don't know what Inex is going on about there. I think he's because he probably doesn't have ex-girlfriends, knowing his comments, so he'd be by himself. But yeah, I mean, they just think one thing is good and then they change their mind very, very quickly. So, I mean, this is why I just hope that
he's going nowhere. That's the problem.
Yeah, I just hope that we're going through this because this is his, in the give and take of life, negotiations, work, whatever. If he's agreeing to things now so that he's able to make some decisions about the type of player we bring in, and it isn't going to be an agent who I won't name, their players, so on and so on and so on and so on.
I mean, there was a video earlier that obviously Gio did earlier in the week with Frankie, and it was titled "We Are Going to Win." And I wonder if Frankie was here now, whether he would still think that was a realistic possibility. I mean, a lot of people are going, we're going to get spanked. It's going to be 4-0, 5-0. Maybe it will, but I don't see it. I think that Man U have taken their foot off the gas for this season. They've got nothing to play for in the league, and they've just put out a crap team. So I just think this will be two rubbish teams, not really even going at each other, quite passive. I don't see a lot of pressing. I just don't really see much effort from either team in this one. I think it's going to be the same as every other game we've had for the last 6 months, unfortunately.
Yeah, and having watched the first half of Newcastle-Chelsea, going into this, we're 8 minutes away. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, I do have a very small bet builder on, I think, Man U to win, Fernandes to score or assist, and then a couple of players to give away fouls, because obviously Rodriguez is going to give away fouls. Soufal is going to give away fouls. Soucek probably 1 or 2 fouls to give away as well. And then they've obviously got some quality in their team. They've got MUNWHU starting. Just looking at the team again, obviously they've got some crap players. That's true. But Mount has come back. He's reasonably energetic.
Yeah, he's on good form, hasn't he? Scored the last 2 games. Yeah,
Højlund is crap, which means he'll score against us. Again, MUNWHU's their standout player. Luke Shaw's back, so presumably he'll be fit. And then obviously they've just got, Ahmad is their other star player. So I don't know, Harry Amas, obviously Ugarte is a bit crap, Lenny Yoro's a bit crap, but they definitely have enough, and we just have nothing. If that first goal goes in against us, where's the comeback? What, like the bench? That's what Potter's grand plan is: attacking strength from the bench.
Definitely, and Mark, I think I agree with Mark here. The fact that there's nothing to play for. So what is I mean, somebody else also put respect the point in here. So respect the point is fine if you're going somewhere and doing anything, but what is the point of a point here? Really this is just try these young players, give them, really see if they can step up. If they can't step up, fine, move them on. But if we don't give them that chance, what is the point of the academy? Which is so disheartening. If you're an academy player at West Ham, you're just not seeing anybody break through. And I know it's tough for anybody, but they'll go elsewhere and have careers, but they just don't get the chance at West Ham. It's weird. It's weird. It's disheartening.
Yeah. Jay says Euro ain't crap. I think he's a bit crap, but
I'd take him at West Ham.
Stevie Russell in the chat. This one's for Stevie Russell. Having a lovely big inhalation through my teeth. I did see someone else also. I think there's also, I think people were just so annoyed with Potter that they're starting to pick up on these various mannerisms that he does. Yeah, 2 tramps fighting over a chip. Obviously, they're in the final. The only other little conundrum, like if this season wasn't bad enough already, we now have either Man U or Tottenham definitely winning a trophy. Out of the 2, I have to say I prefer Man U to win it, because to them, it still doesn't, they don't really care. And, you know, for a club of that financial ability, they should be aiming for the Champions League anyway. Tottenham winning would be not great. Like I wouldn't care that much. Worse things could happen, like Arsenal winning the Champions League, probably be worse.
But Tottenham will. If Tottenham do win, they keep Ange. So it's double edged for me because I'd love Ange to stay as long as possible. So I think it'd be exactly the same thing that happened with Moyes and us. You know, you win a European trophy, extends that stay, and you make their fans suffer like we had to suffer a longer period with Moyes. So yeah, it's a tough one, that.
Yeah, just going through a lot of these comments. Again, I mean, at least we all agree. I don't think there's anyone saying, I don't think there's one person saying, no, I can see anything. So he's making sure the Man U morale is boosted so that our London neighbours. No, the only thing he might be is maybe he's pressured to start these players to boost a few $100,000 on their sale price when they go. Again, as we said, I don't think that's logical, but we're living in a world of nonsense. Everything about our club. So if he's been told, okay, start these players, we might boost their value a tiny bit because, let's say, the owners in their infinite long-term wisdom think that they're busy negotiating with River Plate or whoever it was for Rodriguez's price. Maybe they think they get $100,000. Who knows? Or something in their contract that says that they need certain appearances and something happens with their value or their payment. Or again, I'm just saying there could be something stupid, monumentally stupid, that is forcing Potter to start Rodriguez.
Stupid is what we do, so that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, it's weird. You think, I'm looking at that team there. There's not many that would. I mean, we know. I don't think there's any there that we would recoup the money we paid for. Somebody did say in the chat, which I'm just going to pop up quickly, heard rumours that Man U are interested in re-signing Wan-Bissaka. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. I think he's been hammer of the year for me. I think he's probably been the Bowen, again, does what Bowen does, but I think AWB has been a bit of a shining light for what we've had, so it wouldn't surprise me that he's one that people are after. I've no idea if Man U are looking to re-sign him. It's got to be better than some of the players they've got there at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Alex doesn't want you to ever mention our ex-manager, even though he was our manager for several years. So I think mentioning him as Jeff has just done at that point, 3 minutes away from the game now. Wero's resorting to some form of stimulant, depressant, call it what you want. I mean, they did say that Paqueta would probably be rested anyway, so because of the stuff. So
I don't think we're playing him this season.
Yeah, the Paqueta resting isn't a problem. It's just when you see our lineup and you start, you know the goalkeeper's name's going to come first, and you know a few defenders will come first in your subconscious when you see the lineup pop up. But then when you just keep going through defenders and you wonder what's happening, that's West Ham. In the 24-25 season, that's what we have to go through. I mean, I know we've got a couple of games left still, but you start with Lopetegui, you get dumped out of the cups, you get in Potter, and then he just does what we've seen, and then Man U and Tottenham reach finals.
It's going to be an interesting watch along in terms of the comments today. I think people are going to have a lot to say on this one. But what's your score prediction?
I mean, definitely lose. I say 2-0. Gio says 3-0. It's, you either way, either they get 2-0 up and then they just get a last minute and they just have a great time. All the Man U fans who travelled there from Essex and Shropshire just have a great day out. 3-0. I'm probably going to stick with 2. They do have MUNWHU and Fernandez, so that makes that okay, maybe 3. 3-0, 2-0. I'll just say 2, and then they'll make some subs and then they'll give up.
Yeah, I'm going to go for 1-0 to Man U. Great to hear what everyone else thinks. A lot, not much hope, I don't imagine, in the comments, but let us know what you think.
Yeah. Again, when people tune in and they just see the team,
I know
they'll be happy to know that it has been the topic of discussion for the last hour. Even though you hate the team, please do like the video. If you haven't liked the video, please do get Match Bingo in the description. If you haven't got Match Bingo, the game will be bad, but put £2 on a Match Bingo card and then you can see if the stuff in the bingo card happens. And then if you really want to vent and rant and also see some maybe slightly more insider news about what the hell is going on at West Ham, make sure you get to Patreon the app. Oh, phone's ringing, probably spam. Patreon the app or patreon.com/Hammers Chat. Everything's in the description below. Then you can see more exclusive content with Gio and Gonzo talking about what on earth is going on. Game will have kicked off. If we have to watch it, if we have to visually consume the nonsense, then let's do that. I can't say I've ever really looked forward to opening up a screen on a West Ham game quite as little. Like I'm tapping the buttons and I'm going through the process, but
it's going to make our eyes bleed.
For all intents and purposes, this is, I don't really know what it's like. I would say it's like eating kale, but even that's good for you. It's just like when you take actions to do things that are bad for you. That's what's happening in my brain now. It's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, this is not good.
Need to be done. But I've committed to Hammers Chat. So be it. So I'm tapping to get up a visual text representation of the various things.
Get stuffed 5-0. Yeah, I mean, Eddie, you hit it on the nail on the head, which we're all thinking Potter is an idiot. Again, you don't want to. You always want to give somebody a chance, but I just can't see any improvement. In fact, you think it can't be worse. It can. It could be worse with the manager whose surname begins with N. I won't say then, and then Loppy and then Potter. It's like, how can we go backwards this much? It's just mental. It's just crazy. And if we haven't got money to spend, which is what it's sounding like, we've not got a huge amount. We've got to sell players, and these players are not worth a toss, to be honest. Let's face it. What's going to happen? And we've scraped it. So who's coming up? So you're not even looking at where could you go to next season. I'm thinking more about who's coming up from the Championship that might be able to break out the bottom three. That's not what we were sold when we moved from Upton Park. I know it's a long time. It seems like a long time ago now, but this is just absolutely crazy.
Still tapping away.
Trevor said 8 defenders, literally playing 8 defensive players with Kudus and Bowen. Yeah, I mean, they can't do it all, can they? Kudus will go somewhere else. If he goes, I don't think he'll go to Arsenal. I know there's talks of that, but he won't go to Arsenal. He'll go to a team and he'll do bloody well. Bowen would do well anywhere. You've got to build a team around these players while we've got them. We do it in fits and spurts and nothing really happens. Hey, bloody ho. Do let us know what time you think the first goal is going to in what minute.
You usually you've been managing to find a visual representation of what's occurring on the football.
I'll WhatsApp you.
I don't know why, because I'm always using the same one, which I initially sent you.
Yeah, you're right. That's the weird thing. You send it to me, I get it. You don't.
I don't know why. I'll get that.
So, a couple of minutes in, as you'd expect, Man U with most of the possession, but nothing really happening. Middle of the pitch. I mean, Ward-Prowse for me as well. I had really high hopes for Ward-Prowse. I did. I quite liked him at Southampton, but Jesus, donkey. Man, just playing it around at the back. Not much happening. Mark said he's put a bet on that we're going to be 3-0 down by half time. I mean, it's definitely possible.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Something's going on. But anyway. Yeah, I mean, Kilman retaining his place, just, his salary, his starting place in the team after.
I mean, he's got to be one of the worst signings, value for money wise.
Yeah.
I can remember. Awful.
Yeah, before the Tottenham game, when whenever I happen to be online and joining any comments on any social media platform, some people still said that Kilman was okay, which I didn't understand, because even before the Tottenham game, there was a long list of games where he hadn't marked the opposition striker or something, like Brighton away when we saw it, like Leicester away, like Bournemouth at home, like City away, where he hadn't done any form of marking on the player that was in the box. Forest away, Chris Wood goal, you could say again. And then he just compounded that with a clown-like series of small errors that he made within like 1 second to give the ball away. I mean, yeah, Man U have the ball. When they have the ball, they are passing it around
knocking it
with
around.
freedom and joy in the sunshine as they get into the box. And we just pack the box
over the bar.
Yeah, we've already packed the box there with 9 outfield players.
Yeah, it's going to be sitting on this one. Ross, yeah, no, you're right. JWP couldn't get a look in at Forest. Forest are flying though, but you're right. You know, we are. I just thought he'd be better than what we. In fact, I just thought he'd be better than Rodriguez and Alvarez, who were just pony. But he isn't. He's just as bad. Would you keep those? The 4 I mentioned. Would you keep them? So that was Todibo, Bowen, Wan-Bissaka, and Soucek. Would you keep those 4? And would you move?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're the only ones I keep. Obviously, Somerville. They're the 5. They're the only 5 I'd keep, and then obviously all the youngsters coming back. I would now keep them at the club. I wouldn't send any of them out on loan again. I would say they've done that, and now a couple of them can start. Potts and Scholes can start, and then Casey Orford, Earthy Marshall need game time.
Mm-hmm.
Earthy can start games. He's very, very ready to start games. The season he's just had, striker is one of the safest places to start a youngster, because the mistakes they're going to make, we don't have a striker anyway. So they can't really be worse than 0 strikers. They can't really be worse than 31, 32, 33-year-old. I think Antonio's now 35. Either 34 or 35. I know he turned one of them this year. But anyway, Marshall's had a good season. So get them back. You don't have to pay money to sign them. So the owners will like that.
Actually, you make a good point there. It's something I didn't look up. What's happening with Antonio? Because I know that we've had the release players. Is he getting another year?
Nothing's been mentioned. So hopefully he's not.
Because he was when it looked at the list of players at release, he wasn't on it. But I know his contract's up. You can't re-sign him.
No, I mean, maybe release just means he'll be out of contract anyway. So maybe it's not quite a release per se or something. West Ham are attacking on the left wing. Kudus swings the ball in, bad cross. United on the Manchester version. Can't believe I've just called United. I hate myself now. Manchester United headed it clear. I mean, West Ham have the ball. We're passing it a bit, and then a second, I say, Wan-Bissaka fouled. Yeah, wins a foul. So that's Ugarte 1 foul. I think I did that on my amazing bet build. So let's have a look. Might not have done it.
No, that's a terrible foul. That's why is that not yellow? Really, it's just gone in with his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, he was into clear open space on the left wing. Now, I mean, it would have been.
Ross comes in. Soucek 1-0. Come on.
I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? Ward-Prowse, maybe he'll get an assist. That used to happen a few seasons ago.
Yeah, no.
Now he's like his free kick against Tottenham. That couldn't have been more perfectly positioned for a free kick. He still didn't even hit the target at that point. Cross comes in, header over.
Not bad. It was in.
Header by
Good point. The academy has won 3 national competitions the last 3 years. None of them are in the squad. 5 players have been released. Yeah, weird. Dave, totally get it, mate. Totally with you on this. Give him a chance.
Yeah, technical issues, pretty much. I mean, who cares about stats? Is my,
they're not pretty.
My personal opinion. I'm not saying anyone else needs to have the same opinion. Sean might like his stats, but it doesn't really matter. Kilman made a tackle. Good. On the way up.
As Roy Keane said, he's doing his job. That's his job.
Oh, apparently
Yeah,
did the thing. Going up to that comment, yeah, Souček should stay. Great bench player for the last 25 minutes.
I wonder how Sufal going will affect his happiness, obviously. Best mates.
He seems happy enough.
I like him. He gives it his all. He's always not amazing, but he gives it his all. And that's what you can want, really. Players who care, and he cares.
So Tottenham losing, maybe if we get a point out of this, could we get 16th? Is 16th on the cards? Man U attack on the right wing. Ahmed against Wan-Bissaka. Oh, saved by Areola.
I weren't convincing by Areola.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pacey shot.
Obviously, that's another thing up for grabs as well with Fabs going. So will we get the jinx in Ramsdale?
Yeah, I mean, that's a West Ham signing. That is cheap, abysmal.
I still quite like. I think he'll bring something to the changing room, but his track record of being relegated is such a worry.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. Maybe he'll be a good coach.
He's all right. I do think he's a good keeper.
Politely disagree.
Yeah, I know. But then I'm not a fan of Areola. So.
Yeah.
Although he's picked up, he has picked up recently.
Yeah, he had a terrible time period, but he hasn't made particular mistakes. On balance, we're coming up to 10 minutes. Game is obviously scrappy, two crap teams. Of course, the home team have the best of it. We had about a minute of passing it round, but we're not very good at that. And when they've got the ball, we are pressing a bit when they come into our half.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, watching Souček and Rodriguez press. Not really sure you can call it a press as such. And now Man U attack on the left wing. Because we're sat back, so
yeah, it's just going to come at us.
Yeah, they know they can take their time. They know pass and move is very available for them. From this position, haven't seen them do much. When it was a bit broken up is when you had that Ahmed running down the right wing at Wan-Bissaka. When it's like this, it's very much just, enjoy your prawn sandwiches, everyone. Which I do like a prawn sandwich. I mean, who doesn't, to be honest? It's just a good sandwich combination. Lemon, mayonnaise, possibly a bit of seafood sauce if you're feeling fancy.
Chapak says Antonio, as a multi-millionaire, will be fine. Yeah, it will be fine. Should be released with the club. Good wishes. He's been brilliant for us. He has been brilliant. But you can't take him on. It's probably like a coaching role, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably going to be a TV commentator, I guess. But West Ham have a free kick in our own half, so we've got possession. Let's see what Graham Potter has strategized with these players. So firstly, it goes toward Prowse. Pass goes out to Sufal. He's not going to do anything with it. Passes back to Todibo. Back to the goalkeeper. So back to the goalkeeper. Goes to Kilman. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Goes to Todibo. Forward pass to Sufal. Okay. And then bad pass by Souček, loses possession. A little delicious morsel of appetizing football that was from West Ham United Football Club at that point. If you weren't paying attention, I'll tell you again. It was Kilman to Areola, to Tebow, to Sufal, to Souček, lose possession. That's, having watched Newcastle against Chelsea, pass and move. Everyone's getting involved in Newcastle's game.
Yeah, it's scrappy. It's a scrappy one so far.
Owen tries to do something with it. He's surrounded by three players. No options. Loses possession. Man, you get the ball. West Ham drop back. It's just one of those games like on the Tottenham watch along. It was just complete repetition. I thought afterwards I could have recorded myself just saying one team has possession and it's scrappy, it's changing hands. one team ends up with it, tries to attack, they're crap, it breaks down. That was the passage of play through 90 minutes of West Ham Tottenham. And we basically the same level, yes. So MUNWHU pass it around the final third. It's going to be luck. If you like your stats, you've got to say they're going to end up with 75% possession plus. Arrows wise, you're going to get probably, they seem to be going down the left more when they have the ball. Obviously, when they break, they switch to Ahmed on the right and they break on the right. But they just pass it around, see if they can get anything on the left. If they can't, they just go around the other side.
Oyland in the box, going nowhere. Back out to the corner flag. Good pressing. I mean, we're doing okay. It's 0-0. That's a plus.
Yep. Only two games to go after this. If I was offered a free ticket to go and watch the Forest game, I wouldn't do it. I just would not do that, which is not ideal. I'm not sure if the final Premier League game of the season has come up on Paddy Power or any other app. Let's have a look.
I think this has been the crappiest Premier League, not just for us. I think it's been the crappiest Premier League season that I can remember in terms of Championship. The title was done way in advance. All the relegation was done way in advance. It's just, there's so little jeopardy coming into these final three games that do many teams care? It's been such a weird season. Come on.
Leicester are 1-up against Forest. Tottenham Palace is 0-0, in fact. Leicester 1-up against Forest. Forest to win is evens, just letting you know. MUNWHU to win is evens, just letting you know. Do not take this as financial or gambling discussion. And you must be 18 years old to listen to what I'm saying. However, I've seen worse odds. West Ham have possession with Aaron Cresswell. Yeah, I mean, our defenders have been told to pass it in toward Prowse and he'll be like our playmaker. As if we needed any more comedy nonsense. The problem is that Ward-Prowse's main outlet pass for the last 15 minutes has been out over to the right wing, usually to Soufal. That went to Souček, who's on the right wing. Kilman passes up to Soufal, who's apparently our attacking right midfielder. There's a lot of moaning. I was called out for negativity on the Tottenham watch-along. You won't be surprised. It was only 2, and they were probably trolls. And the funny thing is that West Ham are so bad that even the trolls give up. So we had a couple of trolls in the Tottenham watch-along, but they just gave up because you can't really troll West Ham with that bad. There's nothing to gain. Cross comes in. Wamsak's on the left. He's got it in the box. Cresswell goes over to help, but they're in the corner flag now. Wamsak is still on the left. Could be potential for something to happen here if we get our act together and speed up a bit. Wamsak has got no options. Cresswell standing on the left.
What, 3 in the
box?
box?
Rodriguez making an attacking run.
Offside.
Great.
Yeah.
So,
do you know,
a couple of people said you were being negative, and I feel like we might be accused of negativity.
I recently signed up to Man versus Fat the other day, which is basically a 6-7-a-side league for people who are overweight. And I certainly think I was blown out my arse after the first session. I can't lie. I can imagine that's what Rodriguez is like. I think he would huff and puff like that. It's ridiculous. But
I wouldn't have been, obviously I can't see your midriff, but I'm not sure you would have met the, what's the calculation called?
I'm not trying. Yeah, I'm a BMI. Yeah.
Yeah. If you just tipped over the BMI scales to be allowed into Man versus Fat.
Yeah, I'm just so unfit. I just got to get back out and do something. And the problem is, if you join a 5-a-side league with any young players, 46, I can't be doing that. So I thought Man versus Fat is my level. It's either that or walking football, which, probably get a game out here today.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like watching West Ham today is like ... So if you're in the chat, that's really, you need to fill in some form of comedy value. Don't make it overly rude, as Shamrock Dan just did, otherwise we can't read it out. But watching West Ham is like ... I mean, yeah, Rodders, he made a forward run, he was offside. West Ham are fighting for the ball in midfield. James Ward-Prowse just 1 possession. Good.
Well,
great.
Let's get back there, Ward-Prowse.
Excellent.
Long ball.
So that was good.
That is awesome.
Kilman pings out a very good ball. Does Kudus keep it in?
He does.
Yes. So he's in by the corner flag. Wan-Bissaka's again. Decent position to be in if we could just make something out of it. Aimless cross from Cresswell.
Drop ball.
Have possession. We win a free kick. So, you know, we had the ball. Kilman made a forward pass, and we got something out of it. I think we get what? What is the ref saying?
What? That's he come off. He kicked it against the red, and then so we put a cross in. He hit a Man U player, then hit the ref, and he gives it to Man U, and that would have fell to Rodriguez. That's
oh my god,
ridiculous.
Is there honestly?
That's pathetic.
Oh,
we were giving it to a Man U player as a drop
ball.
The ball,
Rodriguez was 2 yards, no more than 2 yards behind the ref. The ball was directly going toward him. But it hit the ref. The ref says, no, Man, you can have the ball back now. Dear God.
Sums it up. We're all thinking on that one. An absolute WTF. "20 minutes in, no shots. I think Man U've had a shot over the bar, haven't they? That's been about it.
Alex says, why do we tolerate this crap? Keanu makes a very gentle, there's an element of comedy there, but not much.
We tolerate it because our dads bloody supported them. That's why we do it, and they made us do it. I don't think anyone that randomly goes out and picks West Ham. Think, oh, who do I support? Just a random, I'm going to go and pick a team in the Prem. I'm going to go for West Ham. Can't see many people doing it.
They've come out with reasonably convoluted. Yeah, I mean, Frankie says, do you ever envisage a time where we're consistently decent side? You've got to live in hope, Frankie. You've got to wake up in the morning and think that at some point in your life, West Ham won't be crap. If we can just give the youngsters game time, what we've got with the academy players now is the potential core of players, and our own players who, if they make a mistake, if they have a bad game, is just a totally different situation than if £14 million Max Kilman relentlessly doesn't mark the opposition, so on and so on and so on. Mercenaries, crap players that we have now. If you build a team around the youth, and they've played for West Ham since they were 17 years old or whatever, it totally changes the perspective. And then if you can again get in the right players, because again, on the Tottenham watch along, because the game was so bad, I spent a small amount of time simply just looking at the last midfields played in the games. The last midfield, Brentford, Bournemouth, Brighton. I didn't look at Newcastle, but you could put in there. Those midfields that are now 5th to 9th in the league, you hadn't heard of any of their players before they played for those clubs. And for example, Harry Wilson at Fulham, another example, he's not the name, he's not, the European name for £50 million. He's some Welsh dude, but he plays football from minute one with effort and some intensity and some mentality and actually tries. So if you mix in players that you've never heard of, but actually have effort, you look at Bournemouth under Iraola, best points tally in the Premier League ever, most goals scored in the Premier League ever, least lost games in the Premier League ever, and least goals let in the Premier League ever all this season. And then you just look at their midfield and you've got, Lewis Cook. You wouldn't think he's going to be the player that actually is achieving that in midfield. So it's not about the names and the money. It's just about the mentality that you bring in. So if you could match some hard-working, energetic players with long-winded answer, but you've just got to hope. You've got to hope that something turns. It's like, sometimes things get so ridiculous that just a shred of common sense comes out at the end of it.
Also, I think we need to, this is weird, that's a shit pass by Bowie. Also, we need to define crap, weirdly, because you said obviously we're crap. Now, West Ham have always been crap. Like, we've never been challenging for the title. We accept crap, but we want to be excited by it. You go back and there was just players that you can kind of get behind. And just no one really that. Wan-Bissaka is decent. He's having another good game. Wan-Bissaka's good, but there's no one really you just want to get behind. You champion them. It's weird. It's weird.
Jeff has slipped into GP territory. I haven't seen GP in the chat, which is fine because we don't have to potentially moderate his homoeroticism, which he probably wants moderated anyway. But yeah, I mean, Jeff's gone mad at this point. He started to go mad last game. I saw it. His family have seen it. They've been in touch. And he's lost his marbles. Might be a 0-0 nonsense. Max Kilman with Mavropanos coming on for the last 10 minutes. Nonsense.
You know, Mavis is going to come on. It's going to screw it up. Evan asked a good question as well. So, what is Noble's take on this? And there was Cross comes in and clear it. There was a golf day. I think it was like a Talk Sport thing where Noble was interviewed. Maybe Jamie O'Hara's golf day, something like that. And he was so diplomatic, but you could see he was bursting just with frustration. You really could see it in his reactions, but just you can't say anything. He's employed by the club, so you're never going to know, Evan. But I'd imagine he probably feels like we all do. This is an absolute shower.
Yeah. Obviously, not quite. I mean, I'd say that the last 7-8 minutes we frustrated them. If frustrating a team in 16th position could be called any form of positive. I mean, the game plan from West Ham really is just Ward-Prowse and then he passes it wide, and then the wide players don't have many options.
Yeah.
So we had a bit there on the left where it was okay. The pass went out. Cresswell, Wan-Bissaka, fair enough. But obviously, like, what next? All you got is Kudus and Bone. You can't be like, right, I'm gonna ping a pass over to one attacker who's marked by lots of defenders. Good luck with it. So anyway, Ward-Prowse has got it now. Kudus is in the middle, so they get 1-2. We're moving into their half, almost approaching the final third. Cresswell on the left wing, no options, 0 options. I mean, yeah, Wan-Bissaka and Cresswell is our attacking threat. Decent pass into the box, surrounded.
Oh, it's in!
Yes!
Souček.
Yes! Souček helicopter from 2 yards out. I don't know if it's going to be offside because he was right on the line. So
yeah, be close.
Souček 1-0. Can you Adam and Eve it?
To be fair, the build-up play for that was really good. We played that out a midfield really well into Kudus. Kudus crossed it, and I think I don't know if it hit Souček's backside, his back of his heel. We don't care. It sort of more deflected in than a shot, but we'll take it.
Yeah, all of that started because that was the one time that Ward-Prowse decided to dribble it 15 yards forward from just inside our half to just inside their half. And that's all it took to slightly open things up. And then Wan-Bissaka came inside. Kudus made a nice run. Look at it now. Wan-Bissaka, Kudus made a nice run into the box, gets it into the box, turns, dribbles forward.
Oh, hit his knee.
Yeah, I think that was Ahmad made a terrible sliding tackle attempt to get near to Kudus, even though that was never going to work.
Definitely onside.
So Kudus had a yard to fire it in. Souček unmarked. I'm not sure who that Man U player is. Ugarte?
Might be own goal.
Yeah, Ugarte's get the wrong side of Souček, so all it had to do is hit Souček and go in. So, yeah, I mean, Kudus made that happen.
Yeah.
If you were watching it, if you were wondering why Kudus was allowed that time and space and only Ahmad was near him, no one else. And then again. So anyway, for some reason, it's West Ham 1-0. Just to let you know, I mean, odds on Man U to win are 3-1. I'd be remiss in my job if I, as an eternal pessimist, if I wasn't going to tell you that Man U are 3-1 to win this game. Just to let you know. So yeah, we all love Potter now.
I mean, finishing above Spurs is probably all we've got to play for now, isn't it? Really.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing to play for this season is to wait for the final and hope that Spurs just don't win.
I mean, coming back to that previous thing that you had up there about people wanting Souček gone. I know some do. I don't. We've been saying that, did we? Said at the beginning, but
yeah, we've been absolutely consistent that he does pop up with a goal every 4 or 5 games. You can basically count on that through the season. He'll get you 6-7 goals, or I don't know how many it's been this season, but whenever Souček scores a goal, it usually matters in the game. And obviously the winner draw at Everton away. I forgot now, the season's been terrible. I just presume we lose every game.
If Man, obviously, like the final, the European final, Man U Spurs, does the loser of that get sacked? Would Amorim get sacked? Especially if you're losing at West Ham as well. You lose that and then lose the final. Got to be sacked.
Amorim won't, because just the way they are. I think Daniel Levy always looks for an opportunity to sack managers. He just likes doing it. Makes him feel big and important. But also depends who else is available.
Bowen on the attack, out wide. So where's the pass? Gosh, no one available there. Lovely turn.
Yeah, Kudus is over there to take it from. Oh, decent shot.
Over.
Yeah, I mean, Kudus again is having a very good game. He goes over to the right wing to take it from Soufal. I mean, he's going to be absolutely knackered in this game because he basically has to play 3 positions in one. He has to play left wing, striker, and right winger sometimes.
As Dean says, there were about 25 passes in that build-up. It was a really good build-up. Wasn't the prettiest goal, but the build-up was really good.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with the build-up. Again, obviously being called a negative ninny, it was against a pretty crap. When they give you that much time and space, again, referring to last week, it was like, obviously what Kilman did, but then thankfully they had Ben Davis in their defence, and Ben Davis decided not to follow Jarrod Bowen into the box. So,
wow, we'll see if this actually pans out.
Yeah, it gives them a bit of optimism. Get Fulcrum on at half time. We are finally shooting.
Well, crossing. I don't think that was a shot, was it? I can't class that as a shot.
Josh Ajal is the most prolific striker at the club. The academy season is over, so why are we not from the bench? Yeah. Problem is, Dave, you're applying logic. You're applying cold and calculated logic to West Ham. It doesn't work. There's 2 things do not integrate. They are not symbiotic. There's no synergy, joined up thinking, alignment, or line of sight on those 2 concepts. West Ham, plenty of time on the ball since the goal. Man U not particularly looking interested in doing anything.
Panic at the back for Man U, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
So actually battling.
Yeah, when we have, I'm a little bit shocked at the time we have on the ball, to be honest. With the away team, Man U have some decent players in the squad. They've got some crap, but they've got some decent players. But this is, our best period of the game, just after we've scored. We're passing it round.
Another cross comes in. Oh, again.
Corner,
almost at the back, Man U. Corner.
Yeah, when each West Ham player has the ball, they're getting several seconds of time, which is quite a surprise.
I mean, that could be
communication between a crap keeper and a crap defender. That goalkeeper is always close to a mistake. Showcasing his talents. Stop using big words. Well, yeah, but you spelt them correctly, Ross. So never deny someone verbal flair, Ross. I found that in life. West Ham corner. Cross comes in.
Bad cross, that.
Terrible. What a terrible. Oh, God. Was that Cresswell just boofed it out all the way to the other side of the football pitch?
Yeah.
Someone's looking to get banned. Someone feels like taking a few minutes to set up an account, waiting 5 minutes to comment, and then getting banned. Haven't been banned yet, but Gaelic Hebrew. I haven't done that accent. I haven't done bad accents in a long time. Can't handle the academic lingo. Divas he's a bit bemused, getting a bit befuddled. Infinite is a big word, says Jeff.
Man U on the attack. Ahmad out on the right.
Easy pass over to the middle. Shot, terrible shot.
Yeah.
Is that Hoyland?
Wildly ambitious from Hoyland. Would have been some goal if it had come off, but Near impossible.
Right, loving the game. I'm going to go and boil the kettle. Be back pronto.
Amorim is not looking happy on the touchline. West Ham run it around. Don't play it around too much. This is my worry, though. Kudus loses it. Still don't think there's as much danger. It's all very tight. Man, you have it in midfield. Nothing really going to happen. Now I want to see him do the Eubank. Oh, Hoyland could have scored there. Just a long ball, couldn't quite control it.
Terrible. I'm actually making a classic. It's time for the Dong Ding Oolong. As nice as that Marks and Spencer 65% dark hot chocolate is, with my freshly purchased milk frother, that is absolutely fantastic. Come on, no sugar, Ross. No sugar, please.
Think of the teeth.
Sugar will make your life worse.
Bit of a Red Bull. Sugar-free, though.
You should save that until your pre-man versus fat football. Get you some energy.
I need the energy to watch West Ham. That's why I got it.
Yeah, I mean, about MUNWHU, it's just one of those teams. I guess if you are crap yourself, it's one of those teams you want to play. You might get something out of. Not great. I forgot what it was called now. It was like a Sri Lankan tea. Someone purchased it for me. I had that this morning. It was very nice. I mean, sure, why not? Let's celebrate flatulence on Hammer's chat. Calling it MUNWHU score 2 in extra time. Well, consider a little flutter on that, Jeff.
Probably not a bad bet, that.
Just wait for the Dinos train.
Yeah, whatever bonus is on, stick that bet on.
We have so much time on the ball. This is more time than we've had in many, many, many recent games. We're just passing it around, and that we're not being pressed at all. So we might as well just play. If we want to nurse a potential 1-0 victory, just play keep ball. Just do a bit of boring passing. Omorim's trying to run up the wing, fair enough, but there's 0 options, and he's crowded out. He didn't really need to do that at that point. It was a bad decision, a bad time, even from a huge Bowen.
Good pressing, though. They're pressing at least.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know why Bowen felt like taking it near the halfway line and running up the wing during a
Kudus.
Nice pass to Kudus. Who was that?
Skinning. That was
Cresswell. Cresswell, nice, lovely pass. Kudus in the box.
Terrible
cross.
Gonna have to throw in.
Ruined one of the best passes of the game by just hitting it too hard. Why you did that?
I mean, he's always going to skin him for pace down the left.
Yeah, lovely. It was just a really, really, really nicely weighted pass from Cresswell, and then Kudus just went. Oof. Annoying. To be honest, I mean, obviously they might score, they might win this game, but MUNWHU are making us look good.
Yeah,
I'll say that. They're so lazy. They're not running. They're just the team that you see Roy Keane moaning about every week. They're putting nothing into this game. Hoyland's abysmal. And now they pass it back. Kudus is pressing, but they've got a lot of time.
Rehone says, is signing Lewis Dunk a good call?
He's better than what we've got, put it that way. He's not the ideal situation you want to be in. If we can somehow get rid of Kilman, then fantastic. He's just a liability.
Why would he want to come? Another question.
I don't know, contracts and maybe Brighton. Obviously Brighton are ambitious, so they want to go places. We're just like Brighton's B team. Is where we are as a football club. Kettle's boiled.
Miss a goal here. Oh. Ward-Prowse plays a crap pass, sort of chest height in a Soucek, and knock it out of play, throw on. Frankie says we would lose a lot of money if we sold Kilman. Absolutely, but how much more do you lose with him in defence? Tough call. Not a good player for me at all. The Man U throw, but West Ham want it back. Plays it. What the hell was that? Kudus plays an absolute terrible ball. Man U come into attack. But luckily we get away with it. Kudus can bring it away. But he just played a sort of no-look pass, like back, and picked up by Man U. Could have been disastrous.
Yeah, was that Fernandez that made? No, it wasn't. Who's their number 16? Is that Anna? I don't know. I couldn't see. Their number 16 was the one who absolutely fluffed the chance that we'd given them by running into the box and then backheeling. It's no one behind them. And then Hoyland's holding his shoulder, looks in some pain.
Can we see there? Yes, innocuous. Nothing really happened at all there, did it?
Oh, yeah, Soucek put West Ham 1-0. That was it. Jeff says more tea, Vicar. Jeff's in one of those moods. Need a couple of goals. I mean, let's dream for a minute. Where would a win put us? Does this win potentially take us to 15th? Let's have a look. Are we dreaming of 15th? I mean, it's Forest 1-1. Tottenham Palace 0-0. If I can get a live table up.
40 minutes, we're just having a walk break here while Hoyland's getting treated. Just re-showed the goal again.
Yeah, on the live table, we're actually 15th. If you ever actually think, can you believe that you'd ever see that in your lifetime? West Ham, and now we're only 1 point. Oh, we can start dreaming. West Ham currently,
how far can we get?
13th this season is on the cards.
I mean, that just shows it sees how weird the season is.
Yeah, Palace are out of touch in 12th, but we could potentially overtake Wolves and Everton. We've got 40 points. Wolves 41, Everton 42. Why not?
Would you class that as a good season then if we finish 13th?
No.
Yeah, it makes no difference then.
Not really. Couldn't possibly care less. It's a write-off. So anyway, West Ham with the ball, passing around. Totally not pressed. Loads of time. I mean, terrible pass choice by Kilman. Decides to ping it over to the right wing, over to Soufal to take on his head or chest or something. We've lucked out with a throw comes in,
crossing,
hobbling around in the box. Right, so if we get a decent corner in, not like last time, Cresswell can figure out he hit it too hard last time. So
I'm not sure who that the young lad is for Man U, but he's getting rinsed. He's getting absolutely rinsed. I've got the Man U line up in front of me, but
I mean, is it Ugarte?
I don't know. He looks really young.
I think it
I'll
is.
find his number in a minute. No, not 25.
Lenny Yoro, 15.
Oh, God. Just comes in. Kudus with the ball on the other side. Needs a cross in here. Another corner.
And it must be Harry Amas is number 41 on their left wing. Well, yeah, I mean, can we play you every week is the obvious.
Yeah, that's it. Harry Mass, yeah, he is getting battered over there.
Frank Dennis says, let's support the team. I think that's what we're here for, Frank.
Yeah, doing all right.
Nick Higgins is mad with victory and winning this and everything good. Cross is about to come in. Ward-Prowse. Near post gets cleared. Pretty crap corner, you'd have to say, from Ward-Prowse. Can't get it into the middle of the box, into the mixer. Doesn't clear Mason Mount at the front post. Always clear the first man. Professional footballer.
He's one of the shortest players in MUNWHU, isn't he?
Yeah. Try again. Come on. Come on, Kilman. You owe us. You owe us.
No.
Can't get the... Oh, honestly. Can't clear the first man. Just...
Oh, Ariola. Trouble now. Lucky you got away with that.
Wow. James Ward-Prowse. Oh, dear. You can't just make it up. You have two corners. Your name's James Ward-Prowse. People think you're good at taking corners. We've seen you take good corners, 2 corners. Both times you don't clear the first man at the near post. It's unforgivable. Just hit it harder. He did the same thing 20 seconds before that. So he should just hit it a bit harder. My word.
I don't know how many goals we've scored from corners this season. It's not been many, is it? I'm going to.
No, I would say it might be 0. Because nothing comes to mind from a corner. No, a few crosses, but no corners come to mind.
We are 15th.
Yeah,
corners.
Big time. Lovely play from Kudus. Lovely play. Passes it to Bowen. No options. He's surrounded. Runs up the right wing. He's against Luke Shaw. Into the box. Into the box.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I thought, as he's up against Luke Shaw, I thought that was his moment to cut inside and hit it, but decided not to. Maybe he's lulling Luke Shaw into a full sense of ideas that he might continue to do that and then do the opposite at some point later in the game. There was just a moment there where I thought he was going to, but corner, so not exactly what we excel at. Tiring Luke Shaw out. Don't know what's going on with Fulkrug. Would be nice to know. Can we have stats second half? It's a different platform. There's some technical problem with the other one. I don't know what. So we don't have stats. And I'm not going to read them out from Paddy Power because I'm not going to do that.
Corner comes in. Any better? Not really.
At the near post, Soufal of all people jumps for it. So that's Souček winning back possession. Well, West Ham have it. Cross comes in. Terrible cross again.
Well, we're getting crosses in.
Yeah. The team we're playing is so bad. The crosses are coming in, but they're all absolutely pants.
1 minute to go, second half. Just hold out.
Yeah, pass back to Areola. Loads and loads of time and space. We could just keep doing it. We could just pass it back between the back two. Man United not pressing. West Ham pass it around in defence, 30 yards from goal, 0. No Man U player gets near it. Just walking toward, again, good team to play. You can just sit there in defence passing it round when you're 1-0 up and they don't come onto you at all. Kilman now over to the left. Wan-Bissaka passes it forward. Kudus now, what's he going to do? Backwards or forwards? Goes forward, but it's all crowded out. Souček, scrappy. Wan-Bissaka with it, left wing. Is that half time? Oh no, free kick.
I couldn't really see what the foul was for there.
Nothing visible. Ref just felt like switching possession to the other team.
Oh, how was that foul? That must be half time. Rodriguez didn't foul anybody there, but that is, I think, half time.
So the mighty West Ham, the massive West Ham are massive, etc., and so forth. We're winning a game of football. The excitement, as you can tell, is just incredible. We're thrilled at this. We're loving it. We're buzzing. Up to 15.
It's the only way we can put it. They have shocked us. We didn't think. Has it been? Man U have been terrible, but we've actually put in a good shift. Looks like they're trying. So I wonder if that arguments that they're having internally, Potter has maybe got something right. Still a long way to go. Of course, only halfway. Who's been your standout player in the first half, Nick, if any?
Kudus is having a very good game again. Wan-Bissaka, as you said. So those, it's the same players. Ward-Prowse must be loving it because he's unchallenged by anyone in the middle in the middle of the park. Our defenders must suddenly think they're quite good, because Man U obviously tried for the first 15 minutes. They were running into the box. They were passing it around on the final third. And then since we scored, you just saw what you hear about a lot, that Man U are a very, very bad football team with players that don't try. So it's just, yeah. I mean, I didn't expect Man U to be quite this bad when, like I say, our defenders can literally sit 25 yards from goal and pass it around themselves, Areola back to them, and then Hoylands and whoever else just watch them.
Yeah,
it's
been very passive.
Weird.
Very passive. It's been weird. It's been. I mean, like they're not playing their full strength team. They've got eyes on bigger things than trying to beat West Ham. But you know, we've done okay. We've been good. Yeah, and agree with Ogiam Atta's comment there. Kudus has been the best. He's looked the busiest. It's a weird one, because when he's had a few passes that have come into him and he hasn't controlled them very well. They've bounced off him. But Man, you just haven't reacted. They haven't kind of really tried to win that second ball. So Kudus' speed has been able to pick those balls up. So yeah, we're doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, the way the ref is going, we need more than one goal. The ref will give them something. It could be a penalty. It could be whatever else. I mean, he's just changing possession to them for no discernible reason. But yeah, this obviously we're 1-0 up already. However, this is still the most winnable game. It's not like when we went 2-1 against Brighton. It wasn't a surprise. They first came back to draw. That was going to come. Then obviously they got the win. But for this one, we are playing an incredibly bad football team. Even Southampton try more. Even Ipswich try more.
Yeah, I mean, they've been bad, but don't take it away from West Ham. I think we've been pretty decent here. And you're right. You know, if you're going to give Ward-Prowse that much time on the ball, we know he hasn't got pace. If you close him down, he panics. But if you give him that much pace, he can put his head up and play something forward. I know they've not always been forward, but you know, we've had some good balls. Creswell's pass, he's had a couple of really good passes into Kudus as well, so that's worked well on the left.
It's just a nice Sunday afternoon game. I think West Ham 2 p.m. on a Sunday is usually the best time, because then you don't need to focus on it on Saturday. You can have a first day off after the working week, and then you don't have to wait till Sunday 4:30 p.m. or anything. You just get it out the way. So I just think it's really just, Sunday afternoon nap time. The Man U players know they get paid in any case, so they don't care. Yeah, I mean, we talk about the West Ham side a lot. If you were an actual human being who was paid money to play for Manchester United, and then West Ham come to your home ground with Souček, Ward-Prowse and Rodriguez, and then you just do this.
Yeah, I know.
It's just funny. Like, we see it time and time again for years now, when you see, Gary Neville and whoever else just be confused at how bad their own team can be. Not that we give a shit. I'm very glad they're having a bad season. It's very nice. I still hope Man U beat Tottenham in their thingy, because that's still the lesser of two evils. Potter Class 101, Potter Masterclass, Potter, etc., etc. It's bizarre. It's bizarre watching a football game this bad, when it's like the Tottenham game last week. Both teams were there for the taking. Neither team could do it because they were so bad. But that in itself was quite confusing, that neither team would bother to just up it a little bit to get the win.
Well, I mean, as Jake says, they can't be as bad in the second half, Man U. They've got to come out a little bit. They'll make subs. I don't think they'll keep this team. I just can't see that. So it will change. But would you make any subs for West Ham? Would you keep it as it is?
You'd have to bring Fulford on. I mean, he's we're 1-0 up, fair enough, but he still should have started this game. As we've said time and time again, you need a striker. Strikers score goals. That's the way football works. Potter hasn't seen that or doesn't know that, or whatever. He's had pressure to play Rodriguez and Soufal to sell them for a bit more money after we get a heroic victory against Manchester United away from home, which, in seasons gone by, this used to mean a lot to, obviously the Di Canio goal in the cup, the Tevez goal, Payet free kick. Sometimes, it's just like the Tottenham at home followed by Man U away in this season means nothing. Fair enough. I guess we can all just be very calm. We don't need to be agitated, cause any form of internal inflammation that might reduce our, longevity. So we just use this season as a very calm, zen way to live. I mean, Rodriguez still needs to come off. I don't know why you'd have him on the football pitch, doesn't do anything. Yeah, I mean, this is what you were saying earlier as well. Obviously, we don't want to get too nostalgic, go down that avenue. However, a character would be nice. As I've been saying as well, I think you can actually tell Earthy is a character. He's got a bit of something about him. He winded up the opposition in one of Bristol City's game. That was good. So I believe we have that coming. But in this game, definitely make subs. Just do it. Obviously, we won't see Guilherme. That never happens. But we won't see Ferguson. We'll probably see Carlos Soler and his very pretty hair come onto the pitch and run around for 15 minutes. Maybe if we can dream that Fulkrug comes on, let's say for Rodriguez, we get 2-0 up, maybe, Paqueta will be less troubled to be on the football pitch because of Uncle Bruno. He might come on. Why not? 3-0 West Ham. Why not?
I don't know. I wouldn't change anything. I'm not a fan of Rodriguez at all, but I can't remember the last time we bossed the midfield. And even if they're crap and whatever, but we are bossing this midfield. So unless they make a change, I wouldn't make any changes.
Yes, what you say there is similar to what Graham's saying. If we maintain a kind of crapness, so Man U players, as I think Evan even was saying, I call him even Stevens, but keep it crap.
Yeah.
If we keep the whole contest terrible, and they just think themselves that individually they don't want to get injured because they want a chance of playing in the final or something, maybe that's the actual way to do it. To just maintain.
Yeah, Sod's Law, Marky.
Yeah, if Mark can stay away from all West Ham games in the future, I mean, the trip back and forth on a Sunday is not exactly...
No, not ideal at all.
Rodriguez isn't just slow. He's passing.
His pants.
He's best I've seen him playing a long time. Yeah, it's just weird when you see Ward-Prowse get so much time and he can spray the ball around like Pirlo in his prime. Obviously, yeah, you can never relax. 3-1. We could get another goal. They're so bad. We could get another goal. I think we can definitely let in one. And then do we fall asleep? Do they up the last 10 minutes? Do they go at us in the last 10 minutes when it's 2-2 and it finishes 3-2? All of these things are very, very possible, which is why I think ideally you make some positive changes now, get Fulkrug on the pitch, try to just push to 3 goals, because with our defence and the ref...
made some strange ones.
That ref is not to be trusted.
I mean, the thing is, like, typically when we go 1-0 up, we'd sit back. We're not doing that. We're not sitting back at all. I think they can smell that this is a really crap Man U side, and we should be going for that second goal. So I think the next goal is huge. If it gets back to 1-1, that's when I think the nerves will creep in and we'll probably rescind a bit. And I just think let's continue as we are. We're bossing it. Let's continue to go forward, because we are going forward.
Yeah, obviously the drop ball, we all saw it. Just absolute example of what's going to happen with this ref whenever he gets an opportunity. Doghouse tries to come up with, that's a bit of life advice there, possibly. I don't really know. I don't really believe it. People always say, you always see that stupid graphic and you always see like the comfort zone is here and then it says where the magic happens is outside the comfort zone. Nonsense. I say stay in your comfort zone. I mean, obviously you're pushing yourself out to man versus fat now, but it still knackered you out, even though you were playing with a bunch of obese people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a centre back by trade, and bombing it up on a 7-a-side, you think, I can get back easy, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking. Well, the team that Spurs played in that, just to deviate Spurs slightly, but they've got a smaller stadium than York City in the conference. It just shows what a nonsense these European trophies are now. They're not, they're not proper. It's only about the Champions League. Anything else is dog crap.
Yeah, it's the problem of letting so many teams in to the Champions League, and you get 4, maybe even 5. Like, that's how stupid it is. I think when it went down to 2, That was okay, fine. 3 is borderline. You put the 4th thing. It's not only obviously from the Premier League. It just swallows up anyone who could actually make the Europa League interesting.
Just a money exercise.
Yeah, because in the Europa League, you used to get, let's say you'd get one of the Milan teams. Atletico Madrid would be in there, and another team that was good in Spain at that time. It was obviously Sevilla and Valencia. Now they're crap, but it was one of those, one of the German teams. Whether that would be maybe Dortmund, maybe Leverkusen. You get these teams in the Europa League, so it's like a really big deal to play them away and at home. It's all Champions League. Now, obviously, I still want us to get to the Europa League because I don't believe we can get to the Champions League unless something bizarre happens. George Earthy, 25 goals a season. Why not? Freddie Potts, Young Player of the Year. It could happen.
Yeah, but no.
But yeah, other than that, I'd still love to get into the Europa League. Because it's still better. It's better than not, to be honest. Even though you're right, somehow. I just take anything. I take any form of highlight next season, because you couldn't really. If you were going to mock up the worst season, what would be the worst season West Ham could have but not get relegated? You could literally, you could make it up. Are we living in Minority Report? Not Minority Report. What was that? Vanilla Sky. Is this all a computer simulation that we just put through? They're just replaying some highlights in the text-based commentary I'm reading. So I'm waiting to see, will there be any substitutions? Because teams should be coming out soon.
Trosh is definitely not a fan of Todibo. I know he doesn't always last, but for me, he's still our best central defender. Not that saying much. You're up against Mavropanos.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm being maybe fair enough. I don't mind being called him up. Maybe I am one. I'm not refuting that, but to be called him up by someone who's Queef Master 420, it just slightly diminishes anything you ever say in life. The way you're talking about these, but which one? Queef Master 420. Do you believe that they are really good? They're not good? Let us know your opinion if you are able to type it out cogently. Happy with the game so far, considering recent form? Yeah, exactly. Fribble 0. Again, slightly weird name, but that is the nice one sentence summary.
Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing well. Like you can't be unhappy with that half of football. We look comfortable. Did they have any shots on target? They won, didn't they? I think Errol did make a dive.
One real save, various crosses. Obviously, they should up their game for the next 5-10 minutes. So let's see. Anyway, I mean, this dude is really into his Norwegian teams. Fair enough.
He's still all right. Let's have a look. I know we haven't got any stats today, so I'm just going to see if there are any interesting ones. MUNWHU only had one shot on target, mind you, so have we. So it's not been too busy for the goalkeepers, but we have had 54% possession, which you can't say. West Ham have done that a lot. Certainly away at home. Again, I know it's a poor MUNWHU side, but still, we've had more passes.
I swear to God, this is the first positive comment from Chris I've seen all season. I'm pretty sure if there is. If I'm wrong, Chris, and you've made another positive comment all season, which I'm not saying is good or bad, whatever. I'm just saying that's you. Fair enough. You've got a strong personal identity and go with it. But that's a notable. Come on, lads, stop dreaming. Northie 2.0 is in the chat, so I better behave myself.
Yeah, absolutely. And ask my dad on his wife's on his wife's account. That dad, we are dreaming. Yes. Like this could all go tits up. We know what West Ham are like. This could all go horribly, horribly wrong. As the players retake the field. Can't see any subs as yet. Soucek's out. But yeah, agree. We do need to go. We go for the second goal. I think we could get a second. Yeah. Balance of play. This could happen.
Yeah, I mean, we have to. I swear to God, there's no way this ref passes the next 45 minutes without doing something stupid. I don't believe personally we do the next 45 minutes without Kilman or someone just falling asleep. we need 2 more to try and win this game. Souček obviously deserves another goal for having gotten important goals so far this season. Kicks off. Let's see. What are both teams going to do? Are Man U going to put any effort into this second half? Pass it around.
Subs from either team as well, just to confirm.
Yeah, West Ham do start to press. Are we going to win it back? Not quite.
Cross comes in.
Cross.
Cleared.
But that was, we are front foot from the off.
Come on, shoot. Oh, saved.
Oh, crap shot.
Ward-Prowse. Crap shot. Left foot. So he's wrong side. Good cutback from Kudus again. All the problems.
He had time. He was surrounded by space. He had absolute time and space there, Ward-Prowse, but he just flashed at it with his left foot. He literally had quite a couple of few seconds straight at the goalkeeper.
A positive start, first minute in. Weak shot, wasn't it? Really weak.
Yeah. Left foot low, right down the centre of the goal at the goalkeeper. As predicted, I believe I predicted that someone would say there's too much negativity. I think it's because, Vince, of the season we're having. It's not first game of the season. 1-0 up away. Great. No. Complain when we deserve it, not for the sake of it. We played well so far. No, Vince, don't. No, sorry. I'm not forgetting the last 34 football games that have happened since August. I'm sorry. I cannot do that. This is the game choice, as always, doesn't really make sense on Sky.
I just think if we keep Mavropanos off this pitch, we could win this. That's
keep him off the pitch. Someone needs to guide him away. Someone needs to say, Dinas, mate, something's happened outside, and just guide him away from the football pitch.
Stamp on his feet on the bench or something, somebody.
Yeah, I mean, again, someone else, we're being pessimistic. No, that's not how football works. They're professional footballers. They need to turn up. They're not just like delicate volunteers that we have asked politely to play football for us. So we as fans need to help motivate them. Doesn't work like that, in my opinion. Here we go. DC, he's only here for negativity. Feels good. Dopamine rush.
We'll all complain together.
Exactly. Vince, yeah, I mean, fair enough, but I can still complain today because of the last few. I'm not going to be like, yes, yeah, loving this, because, it's not like a cup game or something.
Man U throw deep into our half. And they're taking his time.
Yeah, Coco goes with long word a lot. Epitime, good.
The referee down.
Excellent, well done. 10 vocabulary points allotted to Grey Parrot.
Who's down there?
You need a balance in your life. You can't just go around happy-go-lucky.
The referee injured.
I don't know, someone is. Just, I mean, as Jeff says, it reminds me of that Patrice O'Neill, rest in peace, sketch. Patrice O'Neill, fantastic comedian. If you haven't seen Patrice O'Neill, go to YouTube and watch his highlights. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he had a bit about where he just saw some dude at the train station on the end of the train platform, just leaning over the platform, and he thought to himself, he needs to be pushed off by someone just to know that it could happen. You can't stand on the edge of the platform going, when's the train? Anyway, Patrice O'Neill, watch his comedy. It's very, very good. Something's happening. I don't know what. There's moving around.
Harry Maguire's coming on.
Well, we've got a chance then. We've got a chance.
I still take Harry Maguire at West Ham.
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
I would take him at West Ham.
Just very much no. He's got shin pads that big on the top bit of his shin below his knee. A bit weird. Yeah, another Patrice O'Neill fan. Fantastic Epitome is pronounced epitome.
Yeah, I know him. He's brilliant. He is awesome.
I don't pronounce it like that.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'd go as far to say it's not pronounced like that. Let's look it up. No, I'm not pronouncing it like that.
So, just a break. Is there two? No, just Harry Maguire. Was Lindelof coming on as well? Double sub? Or was he on already? I can't remember. Yeah, I think he's on. Come on, West Ham. It's all right. Kill time. We like this. Kill some time.
Ponte is killing time with the comment. He's gone with abstract nostalgia. You could call that, perhaps. Don't really know.
Not sure where his head's at there. Lost his head.
Vince sums his own. Vince is having a little personal soliloquy. Nice word. So to sum it up, it doesn't matter how we play. We complain because we've been crap for the rest of the season. Yeah, sums it up really. You have you started and ended with a sum up. It does, because you're so bad this season. The depths of how bad we've been, not playing a striker, 17th now 15th in the league, losing every meaningful game apart from Arsenal away, dumped out both cups. So what do you do on game 35? Just personally, Vince, if this lifts your mood, fair enough. No one's going to take that away from you. Enjoy Sunday afternoon, sun shining, West Ham are winning away, fine. But it's just personally, I don't operate like that. I can't. If I did, fair enough. That would be a great reality to exist in. If you were like, yay, game 35, up to 15th in the league. I just can't really work myself up. I can't forget what Kilman has done. I can't just forget his mistake last week. I can't forget the number of times, because personally, it's just my expectation of professional footballers is they must do certain things technically and mentally with effort the way they play. They haven't done it. I have high requirements of people, if you want to talk about it, pulling on the West Ham shirt. Even the game, the money, the mercenaries, to me, it means something. And if it doesn't mean anything to players, it's not good enough for me. One little good 45 minutes changes absolutely sod all. That's my personal monologue about the situation, Vince.
But Man U have gone for it by bringing on two defenders. Oh, that's not a bad ball, though. Can he get on it? No. Goal kick West Ham.
Excellent. Goal kick West Ham. Have the boys turned up, says one that seems good to be true. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, from the neutral, impartial, more analytical point of view, we are playing the right team at the right time, because Man U aren't pressing us when we've got the ball. They are not picking up pace in what they do. So compared to most of the games I've seen this season, this is one where we have a lot of time on the ball.
I'm actually winning it back.
So, as a team who this season is not really able to particularly fashion ways to create goals from midfield to attack, we've got a lot of time on our hands to consider that possibility. Obviously, yeah, many are now attacking, bring into box.
No.
Player goes over. Is the ref going to give that? They're going to VAR it. Nothing will surprise me. Ref has given a corner. Ahmad's on the floor complaining. I find it difficult to believe the ref's not going to just...
Let's have a look. Replay. Did he pull on his arm? No, that's ridiculous.
Zero.
Yellow card for diving.
It is a yellow card for diving.
Oh,
I mean, it should be.
terrible.
It should be a yellow card for diving. If there was a definition of a dive, cheating, that was it. Ahmed Diallo, if that's his full name, cheated. He cheated because that's cheating, because you fall over claiming, and he claimed it and then screaming on the floor, much like a petulant baby, having fell over. Obviously, he's not going to get a yellow card for simulation.
Another corner. So this is where having slab head on at corners is
See,
dangerous.
Neil, you had the opportunity to just be nice at that moment in your life, but you had to precede it with just a little needle in there. Thank you. Cross comes in from Man U.
Another corner.
Yeah. Crap corner. Obviously, they've got Maguire on the pitch, who's the tallest, or along with Souček, the tallest. I don't know who's marking. Maguire. I can't see. I can just see, by which I mean read about. I think Wan-Bissaka is on.
Yeah.
So I Wan-Bissaka or Kilman, who is crap. Man, you've got it in the box. Cross going to come in. It's too long.
Stop diving. Man,
that was a bigger dive. That was Maguire complaining that a large man as himself was caused to fall over. Another Man U cross, right wing.
Quality.
Well in by Souček. Was that Rodriguez?
I've been sure, but that was a quality bit of defending.
I think it was Rodriguez. Kudus now trying to break, but he's surrounded.
Yeah.
Okay, makes a good pass out to Todibo. Gets it over to right wing. So we've got the ball, but we're going to need to move it around. Yeah, halfway line, West Ham passing it around. That's fine. Whenever we do this, they're not pressing us, which is a bit weird.
West Ham throw. Doing well.
And Ponte's on one. I mean, fine. I like people just taking completely nonsense avenues in their life and just going with it. So fair enough. Keep going. Yeah, I mean, that Maguire one, Souček lightly was near him, so Maguire fell over. To my surprise, I mean, the ref, you can't even try and give those. You'll be under too much suspicion. Bowen crosses to no one. Be nice if Fulkrug was there.
Shoot. Oh, too slow.
Oh, God.
Bowen crosses it in.
We're being a bit too hurried. Corner? No.
And you.
No. Yeah, these times we're just hurrying a lot, which is not quite what we need to do. Ref's going to give that? No, does he?
No, when you're back. Oh, goodness, that's where you should have played it in. You better score now.
Running, terrible shot block.
Go! Yes!
Bowen. Yes! Bowen, 2-0 from Wan-Bissaka. Bowen in the box, 7 yards from goal. West Ham 2, Man United 0.
What is happening?
Yeah, Man U had the ball. I can't remember. What happened to get it to Kudus? Because something happened to get it to Kudus. And then, like you say, he ran forward, got crowded out. Ball squirmed over. I'm not sure if he played it to Wan-Bissaka or it got deflected over to Wan-Bissaka on the left. Square to Kudus, who was by himself. Let's see.
I mean, I don't know what obviously we can't hear the commentary or the crowd, but I imagine they're going nuts at Man U for this. Because again, just very sloppy from Man U.
Yeah, that was...
Sort of won that back.
I still can't see. Was that Ugarte? Someone gave it away to Kudus.
Just sort of fell over, didn't he? Slips.
Goes past Maguire, takes it in. Yeah, tries to shoot, squirms through to Wan-Bissaka. Beautiful. That pass from Wan-Bissaka was phenomenal because it squirmed over to him, so he wouldn't have even known that was coming to him. It wasn't a deliberate pass. And then, as calm as you like, just a lovely weighted. He didn't ping it across in a hurry. Just a really beautiful left-footed weight of the pass over to Bowen on the other side of 6-yard box. Fantastic pass from Wan-Bissaka. And brilliant. I mean, you can watch that time and time again. And when you watch it in real time, when they do the slow-mo, it might seem not much. When you watch that in real time from Wan-Bissaka, that was poetic. That was an absolutely delightful and exquisite pass over to Bowen there. Lovely.
Got to get Gonzo back on. Where is he? Someone give him a ring. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Ugarte's off, Mount's off, Dorgu and Garnacho are on.
I mean, Garnacho is a dangerous player, but 2-0, that's a barrier. We've got a cushion. When was the last time we had a cushion?
Yeah, we still need one more.
I'll still say 2 more, I think. Shamrock Dan saying that our fans are going bonkers as well. They should.
Yeah.
Sumo says, love beating Man U.
Palace 2-0 up against Tottenham. Forest Leicester 2-1 to Forest. I don't really care about that, even though I did say they were evens. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Jeff,
we're playing with, obviously, I say we're playing with confidence, and Souček gives it away. Fulkrug needs to step onto the pitch to make it 3. Man U to win, just to let you know, 25-1, draw 7-1.
Wow. Well, don't know what to say. Speechless. 2-0 up away to Man U. Doesn't happen often.
No. I mean, again, I mean, not being negative, but again, we are playing the team 16th in the league, and that's after they've played, 34 games, and they've resulted in 16th. So we are playing an abysmal team. However, very nice play there. Given away, that may have been Ugarte, still wasn't quite sure. Given away to Kudus, drives forward. I mean, again, I've got to just wax lyrical about that Wan-Bissaka pass. It was so nice. It was such a nice pass because he had no time. He had no time at all to think about it. It just came out to him, and then this second, he just got that away to Bowen. It was just a really nice pass.
Creswell just got a yellow card there. Foul on Ahmad.
So yellow card. 35 minutes to go in this game. I mean, unless the referee really goes for it, it is difficult to see. Cross comes in, hold my words.
That could have been a goal.
Goes out for a goal kick. It's difficult to see Man U scoring 3. It's difficult to see this Man United team scoring 3, even against us, even with the ref.
Soufal was totally switched off Garnacho there. Totally switched off. It was lucky because he had no idea that Garnacho was behind him. Didn't look around.
I just feel sometimes we are human punching bags for anyone who wants to have a little dig at a complete stranger effectively.
With therapy, basically.
See, two now. Yeah, Jeff's just bringing us down to earth now. Too positive. So pass back to Areola. Man U now have to slightly press. It's a very half-hearted press. It's not coordinated. Ward-Prowse almost gives him the ball, but not quite. Soufal's with it, and he's being pressed by maybe Garnacho. Loads of time and space. Man U players are now hiding, trying to get away from the ball. None of them are pressing. They're making us look absolutely fantastic. They're making us look like a 5th, 6th place team with the way that we're just freely passing it around the football pitch.
We're playing well. Like, it's not just that, oh no, Alvarez coming on now. Who's he swapping out? Is it Rodriguez? Yeah, Rodriguez off. The yellow card merchant on.
It's the dongding. That's what makes it work. Get some of that.
It looks like the thing you'd see at the bottom of an aquarium.
It's so healthy. I've got to say. It makes you... It increases girth. It does a lot of things. Make it 3. This team look confident. Is that? Oh yeah. Who went off? Rodriguez. Mm-hmm. So, if anyone's got any money on Alvarez yellow card, chances are.
I think they had in the pre-match they had Rodriguez for a yellow card, but he didn't get one, did he?
No, in fairness, there's no way.
What was that? Foul throw? You don't see that often from Man U.
Yeah. Again, they are the right team to play.
Yeah, the right time, isn't it? Like we said that against Spurs.
Good times entertainment. You two sound better commenting on the Oxford-Cambridge boat race. Fair enough. I mean, you don't need to start a sentence with "ain't gonna lie." You can. I didn't think you were lying. You can just say it. Gets a nice hand from the away supporters. 10 minutes to walk off. Well, no, don't assume that. Don't assume that, Shamrock Dan.
Not a bad guess.
No. I'm drinking Man U fan tears. Strange thing to say. So Man U with the ball, not doing much with it on the right wing.
Wow.
That was a bit of a yank back by Kudus.
Didn't need that. Kudus. It's an opportunity for them to get a ball into the box from the edge, just from a little bit out wide.
Yeah, not the type of foul that was really necessary to give away.
It says, bring on Ings. Yeah, this might be the guy. Ings might actually be able to get a goal against this lot.
I don't think he's on the bench, is he?
I don't know, probably Ferguson, but even he might score.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see Fulkrug 65 minutes in. There's no reason not to bring him on at this point. Obviously, you might say Potter's done the right thing.
Who are you taking?
Let this menu cross come in.
Oh my God. That should have been a goal as well. That went straight through everybody.
Wow. Hoyland gets to the ball first, criminal defending. Fortunately, he's crap. He's so bad.
Oh, that's a great cross. Really good cross in.
Yeah, whipping cross.
Everyone lift it.
Hoyland can't direct it to goal. That's his job. He regularly starts for Man U. He's paid a lot of money. He's terrible. How many has he scored this season? Like 3 or...
Oh, he's pants, isn't he? I know he's young, but
he's so bad. I'm not sure if I can get stats up for him. Premier League, 30 matches, 4 goals, 0 assists.
Oh, so bad. So bad.
4 goals. I mean, 4. All you have to do is score 5 and be better than him.
Souček's better, isn't he? Definitely got more than that.
Yeah. Souček this season. Let's have a look-see. Mistype that. I brought up Spice Boys. Let's not. Yeah, 33 matches, 9 goals, 1 assist. So 10 goal involvements for Souček, 4 for a striker. Man, you're getting a lot of the ball on the right wing, though. We're not really
the clearance.
Yeah, Sufal got there first. Too much sitting back and waiting for crosses to come in from us. Again, they're on the right wing. They've got plenty of time.
Sitting back very deep now, though.
Opinion on Guido's cameo? I don't know.
Didn't do anything wrong.
Get rid of him.
Done okay, though.
Odds on a loss. It's about 33-1 at this point. But again, 20 minutes now. This Man U team scoring 3.
That was good work in there by Bowen.
Subs. We need subs. We've got Fulkrug on the bench. We've got Ferguson on the bench, even though he's a bit rubbish. Just make a change. Positive change. Get a striker on.
Were you taking out Souček?
Who
are you taking out? That's the problem.
I'd say Ward-Prowse. Alvarez has just come on, and I wouldn't take off Souček. The way we're playing now is, in the first half, like I said, Ward-Prowse must have felt like he suddenly upped his game because he had so much time and space. And it was just coming to him and he passed it, coming to him and he passed it. Fair enough. But that's not going to happen ever again in football, but also in this game. So Ward-Prowse doesn't need to be there. Fulkrug on the pitch. Make them think about something else other than getting it up the right wing again, which they're doing now and they've been doing continuously. Fortunately, they're terrible, so they play it out for a throw-in to West Ham. But they're trying, they're persistent, they're getting the ball into the box, Man U are. They're crap. So they're not doing any of those things very well, but that's going to be a goal if they just keep pelting it into the box from the right wing. Potter doesn't look to be...
Fulkrug coming on.
Fulkrug. And Paquette, is that?
Soler.
No, Soler, yeah. Oh, well, Carlos Soler gets his obligatory 20-minute run around.
Now, the problem is we know what Potter's subs have done to us in the past. So is this a good or bad thing?
Fulkrug on the pitch has to be a good thing. Soufal's done nice to get up to their player and press it when he could have sat back and waited, but he did well to push them into going back to the goalkeeper.
We've definitely deserved this. It's not been a lucky 2-0. We've definitely been the better team.
Yeah, absolutely.
But who's you going to take off? Who's your shouts for who's coming off?
I couldn't guess because sometimes he's taken Souček off when Souček's had, been playing in this type of position at this time. So
Souček off.
I'd take, it might be Souček. I'd have Ward-Prowse off.
I think I think we both of those off. Souček and Ward-Prowse are my guesses, but we'll see.
And then for Füllkrug, it's hard to say, but again, he's taken Kudus off a couple of times at this point in the game before. Kudus again, he has done a lot of work, but I can't see a way that he'll take off a defensive player.
It's all Man U at the moment, just playing it around though.
Yeah, always going over to that right wing and then trying to cross it in.
Spoons.
Yeah, Man U's player Harry Ames. Man, you still have it in the box.
Yeah, can't get it off him at the moment.
Man U cross. Yeah, Ariola claims. Oh well, get ready for a barrage of filth that just doesn't need to be said, and no one
GP's in the house.
I don't even know who the England manager is. I mean, I don't know how you just avoid knowing that. I mean, I suppose if you do like a digital detox, don't look at the news, fair enough. West Ham win possession through Man U being crap, but we're passing around on the right, crowded in, West Ham throw-in.
Come on now.
Let's have a look.
Not yet.
No, nothing happening.
Going to take the throw.
Come on, West Ham. We've got so much time and space. Let's do something.
Inside. Oh, it's got to go in. Another throw. Got to bring the subs on now, surely. No, not yet. I think so. Yep, told it. It's going to call it. Subs coming on. Füllkrug for. See the number there.
Yeah, I mean, again, subs. Füllkrug, Emerson, Soler, Guilherme, Ferguson, Fabianski, obviously. Alvarez, who's on, Mavropanos and Paqueta.
Owen off.
Oh, well. That's a fair enough sub. Kudus has been having a better game by far.
Oh, actually, no, it's Kudus off. Kudus for Soler. Is it Kudus and Bowen off?
I thought I just saw Bowen walking off.
Yeah, Bowen's going off.
Yeah, he is.
I'm sure 14 came up, which is Kudus as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Interesting.
So now we have one attacking player on the pitch.
Okay. This is going to be an interesting 20 minutes.
Yeah.
He loves to make it interesting, doesn't he, Potter?
So to attack, to get the ball to Nicholas Füllkrug, the striker, to score the goal, is Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Souček, Soler, and... No, that's four. Yeah.
Doing
those four. Oh, and Ward-Prowse.
Uh-oh. Man, you're on the attack now.
They've got 3 against 2. They've got the ball on the right.
Oh, good save, Ariola.
Wow. Højlund. Abysmal.
That's why he's only got 4. Should have been a goal. Definitely should have. As soon as Potter makes those subs, that could have been a Man U goal. That was a weird one.
Yeah, they're 3 against 2. Ahmed could have passed either Garnacho or Højlund. He chose Højlund, who just is apparently he's a foot. Apparently he is. Goes wide. Free header from the corner.
Here we go.
We're still surviving. Wan-Bissaka was on him, but just didn't go with him at all.
Yeah. Squeaky bum time, everybody. Strap in. It's Potter's subs time.
Yeah, we now, in theory, obviously Füllkrug stays up there. So in theory, we now have 9 players who could pass it around between themselves.
But Kudus and Bowen, at least, I mean, they're just the the goal threats, aren't they? They're the obvious ones that are going to run at defenders. So is he just going for more possession? Just, I don't know.
Yes, we'll find out.
Who's going to feed it into Fulkrug now? That's. Mind you, Bowen and Fulkrug together don't seem to play too well. They run into each other's spaces, so that's kind of understandable. But yeah, this will be strange.
They are attacking a bit more. They're mainly on the left wing now, getting it around the box.
Good block.
Gets blocked. But they attack more. But they're not good, so it gets cleared.
We've got no one up top there. Fulkrug's pretty much on the edge of our own box, so there's no out ball. MUNWHU win it back. Wan-Bissaka with the block. Nice corner. I'm a bit worried now, Nick. I ain't going to lie. A bit. I was comfortable before.
Yeah, Frank Scholes is not on the subs bench. Yeah, I mean, they're very bad, but now they've got a sniff. They've got a sniff of possibility because they know that obviously 2-0, dangerous victory. If they get, terrible header, but another MUNWHU header won in the box by Maguire, but it was right at Areola.
Chances are coming now, though. I don't like this.
No, 1 goal, and that will give them belief and momentum. Draw currently 11-1. MUNWHU to win 66-1. 66-1.
Worth it. 5 of that, isn't it?
I mean, it's worth £2.
Definitely for knowing West Ham.
Now, we've got the ball and passing it around, so we just need to keep doing this. Just pass it around, pass it around. They're still not really pressuring us when we've got the ball. Alvarez with it, no pressure. Back to Kilman, barely pressure from Hoyland. Over to Cresswell, no pressure, plenty of time.
Foul. Fulkrug gives away a foul. I thought he was fouled on that one.
Yeah, ref will do everything.
Mm.
The ref will do everything possible. If they score 1, it's guaranteed we lose, says Drew. I mean, it's PTSD from a lifetime of watching West Ham.
MUNWHU, possession-wise, absolutely dominating it now.
Replace your toothpaste with hair gel, says Dean. MUNWHU attack again. Is ref going to give that? Yes.
Didn't need to give that. Kilman didn't need to give that free kick. You're only going to put a cross in and get slabbed on the end of this.
Someone, but not Wan-Bissaka, needs to get on Maguire because they're always getting it to Maguire. Wan-Bissaka, as good as he is not an aerial defender. You've got Kilman, you've got Souček. Just double up on Maguire, stop him moving. Fernandez is about to take it. I don't see that they are doubling up on Harry Maguire. It's like they can't hear me. Areola's giving instructions. Good. Souček is near Maguire.
Oh, it's a goal, isn't it? Oh, how's that stayed out?
Oh my God.
Oh, he's coming.
I thought that was it. But
yeah,
no, West Ham survive again. Somehow that didn't go in.
We're hanging on by our fingernails now.
Yeah, I mean, if that doesn't go in, that's the type of one that makes you believe that
win it back.
Like, as Alvarez gives the ball away.
Bruno's gone from a weird shot on the halfway line, giving it back to West Ham, thankfully.
Yeah, generational trauma.
Oh, so Hoyland has missed. Well, actually, it's a great save by Areola. Well, Hoyland should have scored.
Maguire again. This time Kilman was on Maguire, so put him a bit off balance. Souček was near Maguire, but they need to go front and back of
great save.
Maguire. Yeah, we need to properly double up on Maguire, not just have players near him, but have 2, one in front, one behind. GP's loving that comment, I know, but West Ham have the ball. We need to keep possession, please. Alvarez with the ball. Just gives it to Wan-Bissaka with a nothing pass, and then we lose possession. And you try and counter.
Paul Cook done well there.
Paul Cook very, very well back there to snatch it from Fernandez. Just pass it back. Just pass it back. Boring football for 10 minutes. Pass it around the back.
You don't mind.
They absolutely do not want to press in that area. Now back with Areola. That's fine. Now back with Todibo on the right. So now's a good time. Yeah, unfortunately, WHUFC, I thought we might go up the wing. Alvarez, nothing header, loses possession. MUNWHU attack up the left. They try and pass it through, but they're terrible. Todibo has it right in the corner. Just
Garnacho makes a difference, doesn't he? So energetic.
Yeah. And MUNWHU have it again, and they're going to keep coming back for a period of time.
Oh, no.
In the box. Hoyland passes it out of the box.
Terrible cross there by Bruno. Wan-Bissaka clears, but man, you just get it back. So got no one on the outlet.
They're coming to the box. They obviously look for the penalty wherever they can get it.
Yeah.
Souček wins header. Wan-Bissaka loses possession. Right wing.
Throws himself to the ground.
Carlos Soler falls over.
That's a bad cross.
Oh my word! Terrible cross from Mazraoui. I think that was. I mean, MUNWHU still have it. Crosscar is just two crap teams. They've got all the possession. They're pumping it into the box. Of course, 10 minutes left. They might get one out of it.
Free kick. Yeah, 10 minutes to go.
Snubs.
No, not Mavs. Oh,
no.
Oh, no.
Yep, Keanu is absolutely wrong. I think Todibo might be coming off. Let's have a look. I think for MUNWHU, Ahmed's going off. Yeah, Ahmed goes off and Eriksson comes on.
Oh, Mavropanos, come on. Potter does not want this job. Do you know what? I think he just likes getting sacked and sitting on a nice big long notice period with a ton of cash. Great game plan. Awesome tactics. Todibo off. Yeah, agree with that, Ponty.
Sufalov.
Sufal's run himself into the ground today. He's been really good.
Yeah, he's been fine.
Yeah.
Still need to get rid, but he's been absolutely fine.
Appreciation from the West Ham fans. Maybe a good signing for someone, Sufal. Maybe a team coming up.
Yeah, he'd be a great, if Burnley or whoever wins the playoffs.
Or Leeds or something.
Yeah, he'd be a very decent addition. Man, you continue to attack, and they're going to be like this for 10 minutes, and we've got no one to counter with, even if we win possession.
Cross comes in, cleared.
It's just attack versus defense. Alvarez.
Soler. What are you doing?
Oh, that was Soler. Soler tries a little back heel.
Shot comes in. That's terrible. Cleared. This is scrappy now. That's going to be a foul. Oh, let's go. Sorry, it's about 10 minutes with the extra time. That's such a bad tackle from Alvarez. Timing's shocking. I can smell a goal from MUNWHU. I can smell it.
Yeah, errors all over the pitch. Come on, guys, stop moaning. Be really happy that.
We're not moaning, we're just nervous. We're very nervous.
Yeah, I mean, we're moaning a bit, which is fair enough because we are crap.
Oh, it bounces around.
Bobbling, goes out for a goal kick. All we need to do is not let in 2 goals in the space of 6-7 minutes now.
Yeah, the fact we got this cushion.
By the definition of football, just don't let in 1 for 5. That's all we really need to do. 5 minutes. Don't let in a goal. Keep possession would be a good idea, if at all possible.
Come on, we can do this. We can do it.
Onion guy. Funny name. Onions are very healthy. They contain a lot of something called phytochemicals, which help other good things like vitamins and minerals move and circulate around your body. So eat onions is really inviting on this pressure. Get Soler off. Barcelona are winning 4-2. Had onions with my lunch. Great. Oh, God. I need a stretch.
MUNWHU attacking again. Down the left. Garnacho.
We just can't keep the ball. It's just stupid.
No,
You'd think in 10 minutes we'd just...
What a tackle, Wan-Bissaka.
Brilliant tackle. MUNWHU throwing. Just keep possession.
From him.
86 minutes plus. Just get the ball one time. Keep possession for 120 to 150 seconds. So Areola catches another terrible MUNWHU cross. Just keep possession for 2 minutes. And that will take you to 88, 89. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, it is easy, David. It doesn't happen often, so we like it. When it happens, we like it. Fergie time. Ferguson, I can't see him getting on. Not today. But you never know.
Yeah, the extra time call is going to be nonsense. Right, West Ham pass it around. We're attacking a bit. I mean, we're moving up the pitch. Ramsaka's got the ball.
That's a great ball.
Yeah, Fulkrug, Souček, lovely ball to the right wing. Ramsaka into the box. No one there.
Behind Fulkrug. Unlucky.
Yeah, hit the MUNWHU player. There's no one there. Fulkrug was just arriving to the box. Bit unlucky.
Great tackle. Was that Mavropanos with a tackle? Get in. It's got to be our day.
Right, West Ham got it now for first time in 10 minutes, passing it around on the right wing.
Oh, what sort of pass was that, Souček?
Yeah, Souček just thumps it to Soler.
Oh, lucky. And you get the free kicks. Unlucky there. Doing all right, though. Still a bit of danger in us.
Who is having fish and chips today?
On Sunday?
No, I'm having...
Friday dinner.
MUNWHU've got the ball 20 yards out. There's a lot of West Ham players there. Sneaks through. Blocked from...
Mavropanos made 2 good tackles.
Yeah, Mavropanos blocking Højlund there.
You know you must be crap, MUNWHU. You've got to be really shit. You're making Mavropanos look good.
Yeah, Mavropanos humps it forwards. There's too many MUNWHU players and only one Fulkrug.
Drew says he's having a curry. Yeah, these are Friday night dinners, folks. What are you doing on?
MUNWHU corner. I'm having southern fried chicken with homemade bread that I have rising currently. Camembert and bread.
Yeah. I do like that. Again, that's a Christmas dinner. Count on it. Oh, 89th minute.
MUNWHU cross. They get it out to the box. Cross comes in. It's a bad cross. Too far. Back post. Goal. No, corner.
All right, we'll take it.
90th minute now. 90th minute. All we need to do is just not let in 2 goals in however much extra time there is. Stating the obvious, but just it seems to be beyond us many times. Bit of a bumped head to Alvarez, perhaps. Lies down.
Getting a bit of time here, which is good.
How are we playing? We've been playing fine. We've been playing fine. The reason I'm not getting excited, even though we are beating one of my most hated teams, is just because they're 16th and they're crap. They're the right team to play. We've had loads of time and space. Last 50 minutes has just been attack versus defense, but their attack is absolutely abysmal. And they have Højlund, who is, again, apparently a professional paid footballer at the very highest level, and he can score 4 goals in a season. But for the time that we played, we've given up playing on the 75th minute, but for 75 minutes, we were fine. And now...
Come on, let's break. Let's break. Get a third. Alvarez is going to panic. Yeah, he panics. We win it back.
Fulkrug spreads it to Wan-Bissaka. We've got no one there. We've got no players in the box. Man U have got 6 players back. Real time is 90 plus 1. 6 minutes injury time. You would think we could survive 5 minutes and not letting 2 goals.
Most supporters would feel quite comfortable that this is in the bag, but we don't.
Yeah, if you told someone we won away at Arsenal Newcastle, the double of Man, you'd think we qualified for Europe.
We just keep in the possession, which is good.
Yeah, I mean, we're up to the real time is 90 plus 2. You'd have to assume this is the 3 points that could take us up to 14th or 15th. I think it's 15th, but we can dream of 13th.
Wan-Bissaka, game.
Just a classic West Ham 2-0 away victory is what we're watching.
Knackered.
Have we ridden our luck? Yes. You've got to make your own luck, and I think Potter did that with his fantastic lineup. There we go, 90 plus 2. Let's have a look. What's our goal difference? I'll get there eventually.
Okay, says, where did this 6 minutes come from? Probably all the subs. A lot of substitutions.
Yeah, our goal difference is now minus 17. So shreds of positivity, glimmers of hope, light at the end of a tunnel of a terrible season, isn't it? Hold Tottenham to a draw, beat Man U away, get a point against Nottingham Forest, and then win at Ipswich.
Some crumbs in there.
That takes you into next season. Get rid of Danny Ings and the clan, the OAP posse, and then build up with intense positivity for next season. Souček's
passes have been a bit poo. But
yeah,
at time. Lovely. Højlund clicked on. No one behind him.
Professional footballer. I think even for someone that really, really dislikes everything about Man U from start to finish, you still have to slightly be annoyed at Højlund for being a professional footballer. Fantastic. He plays for Man U. He's abysmal. Their owners are stupid. Their managers apparently not very good. So they play Højlund 30 times through the Premier League season, obviously not counting Europe Cup games. That's maybe 40. And he just gives you 4 goals in 30 Premier League games, which any reasonable fit male aged between 20 and 30 who's okay at football, if you were on the Premier League football pitch for 30 times in the striker position, you've got to think you're going to score more than 4. Aaron Cresswell has a smile on his face.
He's done all right today.
Cresswell has such a good record against Man U.
He has done well today.
Fulkrug interview. Doing the double. Old Trafford. They've got to get back to Milton Keynes and Hampshire.
Oh, could be a goal. Shoots. Oh, great save, keeper. Moving 3 there.
Thought that was in.
Still on. Fulkrug's done too much.
Crowded out, yeah.
Ball is cleared. Again, bad mistake, but just ball proud, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, happy for the away fans. The absolute crap that all of us have been through this season, at least the away fans, get a nice day out. Lots of opportunity to sing songs about how crap Man U are. That's at least decent.
Coming back to something that somebody said earlier, if Man U were looking at Wan-Bissaka on this play, he's been quality. Man of the match.
Yeah, they swapped him for Mazraoui.
Yeah, it's mental. Been brilliant.
First time I've watched a watch along all the way through. It's good. I don't even think this is our best work. I think we've had better watch alongs. I just think this season has made both of us so tired
Bitter.
with the game of football.
Better next year.
Maybe that's the secret. Maybe, yeah, once you just like bludgeon us into just giving up, a nice low-key, low-energy game of football. Strange the comments you highlight. You're not highlighting mine. I just did, proving your point. There we go.
30 seconds. Cross comes in. Oh, again, them. MUNWHU have had crosses in, but just cannot do anything with it.
Spam, love spam. Thought I'd spam the chat with some love, lads.
That's good news as well that Mark's popped in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do the same thing. Tottenham losing 2-0. West Ham winning 2-0. This ain't a bad Sunday, is it?
Yeah, I mean, small, petty little victories that we have to take.
If you think that my bitterness is a family trait as well.
Yeah.
And it's all over. Boom! Hello? We've actually won it and done it
There
well.
we go. Where's the fucking badge? Oh, there. There we go. Mwah, have some of that. Walk around the neighborhood proudly, walking the dog after this.
Champions League next year. Says true. Let's not get carried away. We still have the same old. But that was awesome. Well, we can actually go and enjoy the rest of our weekends.
Yeah. Nottingham Forest at home next. Dream is alive. 14th, 13th in the league. I know we can do it. We're massive, etc. Thank you very much. Thank you to everyone who stayed. You're all wonderful, handsome people. See you in a week.
Much love. Have a good week.